Shout out to Pro Nation. Ooh, we got some great guests coming. 2 of them is late. 1 of them ain't no guest. But we got my man Pixel. He'll be here in a minute. Ooh, hopefully. And we got that 3-bit. Oh, bits and pixels. Them dudes are something else. But we got a whole lot of topics. It's gonna get fiery. We got OKC in the building. We got Uncle HARGEET. Ooh, only dude that's older than me that I'm taller than him. Pax. Listen. Buckle your seats. Let's get it poppin'. You already know, Little Lemon or that Uncle Rem gonna be here in the middle. Welcome, Uncle K-Mega. Ooh. Let's get it
What's up, young?
Let's go.
Yeah. It's him. You're now tuned into the dopest. It's him. Wanna wait, drag, and stay in the latest fashion. You think it's a game till we start clashing. War zone where I'm from, bullets like magic. 2K on your head, that's a backstep. I could put a E&D to all you lanes, whether outside or in the crib. On the game, limit tech with the best system. PlayStation for the staycation, Nintendo Switch for your wisdom. New level, whatever you want, you been on it. It's only one way to support it. Binge on it, never lag. Whip your ass with hella swag. Keep a cigar lit, I'm the victor with the class. You thinking you can toy with limit tech? Well, you boys been how you breaking your joystick? Who been feeding you poison? If you in your fort tonight, tune in to the Brooklyn night forecast and 108 Dragons.
Him.
Shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
now tuned into the dopest. It's him. Wanna wait, drag, and stay in the latest fashion. You think it's a game till we start clashing. War zone where I'm from, bullets like magic. 2K on your head, that's a backstep. I could put a END to all you lanes, whether outside or in the crib. On the game, limit tech with the best system. PlayStation for the staycation, Nintendo Switch for your wisdom. New level, whatever you want, you been on it. It's only one way to support it. Binge on it, never lag. Whip your ass with hella swag. Keep a cigar lit, I'm the victor with the class. You thinking you can toy with limit tech? Well, you boys been how you breaking your joystick? Who been feeding you poison? If you in your fort tonight, tune in to the Brooklyn night forecast and 108 Dragons.
What's good, people? Yeah, we are back for another Dragons Den. There won't be no Dragons Den this Saturday, man. We doing a celebration on New York City basketball legends, so unfortunately it's on a Saturday. It's a good moment and a bad moment because I always like to stick to schedule. But it's good that y'all pull up tonight. Please hit that like and subscribe. I already know I got 16 people across 4 platforms. Last week, we had over 500 in here. Over 4 different platforms of streaming. So get that energy out. Share out. I see you over there on Twitch TV. Shout out to you, man, because I didn't even know if that chat worked. I see people over there, but they never say nothing. So shout out to you, King Joshua. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Please share the stream out. Get people involved. We got a great show lined up for you. We got some other guests pulling up. That's why you see 2 empty boxes. But we're going to start here. He ain't been here in a minute. The OKC fan is in the building. It's my man, my brother. We started podcasting with this dude, and he light-skinned, so you got to keep that energy. It's my man, K-Mega.
And while I'm taking my little hiatus right now from podcasting and all this, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you did hit me with the bad signal. It's kind of crazy because when I was sitting here being consistent doing GRG and everything else, I didn't get too many bad signals, but now I got so many damn bad signals. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing, man? What's going on? I don't
listen,
want no bad
we need to
signals.
hear your voice.
But my brother, I got it. But when my brother Lemon, you know what I'm saying, Prometheus from the Zeus, you know what I'm saying, come and hit me up. I got to come through. Say what's
Appreciate that,
happening,
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no fam, no. And then again, the mysterious, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what to call HARGEET, but he's the mysterious one. You have to, HARGEET finds you.
He's the
You don't
original
find
HARGEET.
HARGEET.
He's the
Yeah,
original
bro,
Schwammy.
so,
Hey.
and so when you got HARGEET around, I got to go ahead and say what's up and pop up and get in where I fit in. So, man, no, it's good to be here, man, as usual, to sit there and have a good time, talk a little bit of that trash, and we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to have a good time tonight. So, man, thank you for the invite, man, and let's get to it. Let's get started.
And before I get to this wonderful guest, man, he's an awesome individual. But before I say this, let me just know what y'all in store for tonight. You're going to hear a lot of I told you so's, and my crystal ball has been right for years. I just want to say it. I've been right for a long time. I don't know who's more right, me or King David, but we neck and neck running for first place on tearing your asses up, not the way you like it. Facts. Got a couple of announcements to make before the show, but we gonna go to my man, the original Swami on the block. Mr. HARGEET was giving out that smoke all week. Shout out for PlayStation for providing the content. Facts. HARGEET, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah. It's been a fun week. We've had some interesting PlayStation news. Not just one thing, too. It's been several things. But yeah. So yeah, it's been good times. We got TGS coming up too, and hopefully there'll be some awesome announcements there. And you know, like we got games. Space Marine is doing pretty well. And, Age of Mythology is apparently pretty good. So let's get
fire.
going.
Just don't play it portably unless you need reading glasses, because I can't play that on my ROG Ally. Too small. Too small.
Yeah,
too much
I'll
stuff.
play it on
I
my
don't know
77
how
inch
y'all
TV.
do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Nintendo is always decked. I can't even.
Yo.
I can't unless it's emergencies. Anything I can't do the.
King Mega, I took
my
my
ROG
Switch out my
Ally,
house once.
I
One
use
time.
the
They said
X-Reels.
never again.
No.
For the ROG, I bring my X-Reels. It's just so that screen is too much.
Oh, you know what?
So this way I get the AR glasses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stun a little bit. Yeah, let's go. I got them Venture Pro XRs. Let's go. That's right. 135 inches of pleasure. Not the way you like it. All Diddy. All Diddy. Facts.
All Diddy.
Yo, I love them glasses. The ones I got, the XR. Yo, the resolution is crazy. 4,000 nits. Oh, plug up to everything.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait till I do. I unbox them doing my Asus ROG Ally unboxing, and the Ray-Bans and something else. You know me with the gadgets, but I can't wait to do the review. Man, I used them the other day at the doctor. I said maybe I should watch this in porn. You're right there.
Yo,
you know what?
this isn't what I signed up for. We ain't doing this.
Listen. Pants off, dance off.
Pants
off. We get it
Pants
poppin'.
off, dance off. But now with a sausage party, we got to have some ladies up in this show.
Baby.
Hey, where's a Kumu or somebody up in here? We are not going to be doing this with just you and HARGEET. Hell no.
Yo, listen, man, it is what it is.
Like a Diddy party. So.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Nah, fam. We ain't doing that. I don't know what's been going on since I've laid low here. No, bro.
Listen, it would be the Dragons in. We don't keep it live.
Hell no. I'm still live in the 405, and I will go right back to my 405 once again. So I'll get right out of here. Hey, me and Dot Deck is getting the hell out of here.
You're going to stay right here with us and take this moist abuse.
Lord Jesus,
Emotional damage.
Oh
man! All right, man.
Let me stop drinking because y'all already got me already. Let me grab my Gatorade. Let me go ahead and get on. Let me get my Gatorade right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me sober on up.
Now we're gonna get into a topic, man. Microsoft just laid off some more people. And see, the Dragons Den, man, we keep it official tissue, man. Ain't no stroking no companies here. We just gonna tell you what it is. Now, 600 to 650 people got laid off once again from Microsoft. This is what kills me. I don't know who to blame. And I'm gonna go to you first, K-Mega. I don't know who to blame for this. Microsoft, as of Tom Warren said, they told their social media staff to go dark amid these layoffs. So now it's either y'all looking at that back door and y'all cowarding out, or you gamers are toxic and y'all stay attacking these people and they tired of the BS. K-Mega, talk to me. They going dark, bro.
No. I know that they went dark, and this is and you know me. I normally am not one of the people that, especially when it comes to working class and things of that nature. I never will cap for any of these companies. But if you read the article from The Verge, it was another one of those headlines that, you know, when you read it, you're like, oh, here we go again.
Right.
But it gave the indication about what was already kind of alluded to for what Phil Spencer said back when they did their first initial, back in, I believe it was December, when Xbox was getting all that hell, about that they were going to be liquidating, doing about a bunch of changes, things of that nature. And so some of those teams that was from the making Redfall, some of those teams that was making some other works on other games, and of course some of those people that were extra hires for what they was making for Call of Duty, for the last Call of Duty game.
So was they developers or contractors? Talk to me.
Well, no, I think it was a little bit of both, but it was kind of like that, you know, they was trimming the fat. And then some of them were contractors, some of them were people that was short in. But the understanding is this. Now, Lemon, you might be a little bit different with your position. I would have been a little bit different if I was still in my position before I retired. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what HARGEET does except for just be the mythical beast that he is. And,
no, he's an IT genius.
Yeah. So I don't know what HARGEET does. But I'm just saying, people, when they get let go, is usually they don't get severance package. They don't usually have their insurance. They don't usually have that other stuff. Lemon, I'm sure that you will, because with the union that you have, I'm sure that you get that. With me, for where I was long standing with my job, I would get that. But for anybody that didn't get to that status, normal people would be just kind of assed out.
Looking for the unemployment line, right?
Right, looking for the unemployment line. These people are going to be well taken care of. Not saying that it's right or wrong on that situation, but but this was already addressed by Phil Spencer beforehand and said that there will be more coming. The one thing that I will have any pushback on this, reason why Xbox has gone dark, is because they're too afraid to take the scrutiny that they have been in 2024 for a lot of the decisions that they've made. And I'm saying, look, take it. You know what I'm saying? Take it.
Take that.
Yeah, let you know how they feel. So then you take that to the CEO, to Sadia, and to the people that you have to answer to, that has made a lot of these decisions. So therefore, understanding that if you want to make these decisions, this is what's going to happen. Now, again, big corporations, when they do a merger, this happens all over in every company at all times. This isn't anything new.
Nope.
And so this is normal practice. They cut the fat.
Yep.
Matter of fact, just, you know, my wife is going through the same thing. Like there was
Hunter just went through it too. He just his law firm merged with somebody. He thought he was gonna get axed, and people got laid off because they not keeping people in the same positions in one company now. You know what I'm saying? So they got to cut the fat.
Right. So they keep the best of the best of where they are. And like I was just saying, like with my wife, she's going through the same thing. There was the new company. There was a merger, and the new company. It's been 4 years in the making, but now they're starting to cut people, and it's just part of the process. It's not something that is pleasant, but every business does this. And so that's why for me, for Xbox to go dark or to tell anybody to go dark is asinine, because if anybody that has a pulse that really wants to go and Google, or I mean, because Google is a lot of people's best friends. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is just go and look at this.
A lot. It'd be wrong.
Well, yeah, true. But
because people have to. People think Google is like some super AI that's never wrong. And I was in a, sorry for interrupting you, but I was in a space, and I said the highest attach rate from a console ever in the history of gaming was Dreamcast. It was like 7.5 to one console. People was buying 7 games. I bought 18 out to 19 games.
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
I'm a little different. I'm not saying that's what people was doing,
right.
but it had the highest attach rate in history. So somebody looked up Google, and it was like, nah, it was the Nintendo NES. I was like, are you dumb? People didn't buy games like that back then.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is, what I'm saying, stats these days on certain things is a little bit different. It can be convoluted. But all I'm saying when I'm talking about go to Google and Google is your friend, just go look and see what other companies do with mergers.
Every company. Every company.
And so this is where I give a little pushback on what I was just trying to, what I was saying on when I'm saying that, look, right. if you're mad at Microsoft for laying off these 600 and some people, that is fine. That is your absolute right to do that. But understand, the gaming media themselves didn't give any credence to the people at Take-Two, at Sony, at EA. Warner Brothers, at EA, or at Tencent,
Square,
or anywhere else.
Right.
That's the thing. Is like, listen,
it's a Microsoft thing.
like Microsoft is the only one that's done layoffs, and that's and I mean, before we even got on here, a indie developer, it starts with an A, Acupuncture, but I forgot how you pronounce that. They make some really cool like indie games. Matter of fact, they have a deal with to work on the sequel to Remedy's Control game. They made a deal with that. Well, anyway, because of Defiance or whatever. Annapurna, that's it. Annapurna.
Shout out to Yobi in the chat with that.
Annapurna, thank you, bro. You know me, I'm going to be country.
Now be country, bro. It's all right.
You understand? So I was like, hell, I don't know what the hell how you pronounce that. Anyway, Annapurna.
I don't know how to pronounce that either. Matter of fact, it looked like it's not a word.
Yeah. Thank you, Hargeet.
Yeah.
But anyway, that everybody has resigned, and it just got released ago, I guess a couple of hours ago for Mario 64. Everybody on that company has resigned because of the management. So we don't know what's going to happen with the game. Like, because when we seen the trailer to Mixtape, that game looked really, really dope, right? But I don't know what's going to happen with that game and future stuff. What about what's going to happen with Control? So if everybody is resigning because of the management, and let's just say that management will win, then that means they got to rehire a whole bunch of people, and that means a whole bunch of people just got laid off, or they quit, or they're gone. And are the gaming media going to still have the same type of energy towards them like they do about Microsoft? Like the thing with the gaming industry that is very tiring as an Xbox fan is that, listen, all you got to do is just keep it 100% real. Xbox has stepped on the rake enough times in 2024 to have them to be crucified in a lot of different ways, right? But the little extra that the media doesn't help. And then especially when you look and you see everybody in the industry is laying off gamers. And if we're going to have that same energy about people being pissed off about what's going on with Xbox, then we should have that same energy for every other company out there that's been laying off, because I don't think that there's not been one company in this generation that has not laid off anybody because of the turmoil or how everything has been happening within the gaming industry this gen. So that's my whole point of it right there in a nutshell on that aspect. I just think that, Xbox going dark, that's cowardly. Just stand on business. Let people understand, look, this is what we're doing. It's not pleasant, but these people will be taken care of. They get severance packages. That's a way to diffuse some of the bullshit. You're still always going to have some people out there that's going to be upset, and they kind of want to be, they just want to be negative about Xbox in general. But if you just sit there and just stand on your business about what you're trying to do and what you have done.
But hold on, K-Mega. Are they really upset, or they just want to be part of the conversation because of Twitter?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm
Come on.
upset. But I think
you know what's going on out here. You know what's going on, son.
People just want to be part of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, most people want to be part of the conversation. But the other aspect of it is that no, there are people that are genuinely upset about people losing their jobs. I would be upset about people losing their jobs.
I hate to see people lose work.
I've been there. I know exactly what it feels like to be laid off. But again,
you know what I hate work? You know what I hate more, K-Mega? You know what I hate more than seeing people get laid off? See these a-holes on the internet brag about companies laying people off and putting blame for a console war. That's sickening.
Right. No. You're right. And that
is worse.
You're being disrespectful. No.
We're not gonna do that. Ebonics slow mo.
Aparna.
He's like, say it fast and put it in slow motion. Shut your ass up, Yobi.
So I'm reading what Gen X is saying. He's saying that's worse, to be honest. He says, what did people think that was going to happen? They did an $80 billion merger. So
the biggest merger in the history.
In gaming. Right.
In the history of gaming.
Yes. Yep. But any merger,
there's always layoffs.
There's layoffs. There's always
cuts.
layoffs.
They're not going to have two executive CEOs or two secretaries doing the same thing. They're going to eliminate one, three janitors on one side, three janitors on the other doing the same thing. No, two out the six got to go. Listen, it's business.
Yeah, it's business.
It's not good. It's not good. But like I said, if they got to make changes and cuts so we don't have a video game crash because they financially digging a hole they can't get out of, I'm kind of for the changes, because when they stuck to their guns back in the days, half of y'all don't even know about that video game crash. We had nothing to look forward to.
Realistically, Lemon, anybody would be for, and you put a truth serum in a lot of people, and you ask them, hey, do you want the gaming industry to crash?
Right.
Or rather these people be laid off? And I would guarantee you 85, if not 90% of those people would say
laid off.
Yeah, it's lay them off.
I just bragged on last week's show. This is the second summer in a row. The second summer in a row where the information has been so much, it just keeps coming. Usually the summertime is dead for video game information. After the press conferences and stuff in June for all the companies, August and September's dead. July dead. We had 2 summers of, I usually say, K-Mega, me and you both, we stop our shows. Yo, listen, we taking a break. Ain't no news.
Mm-hmm.
2 years in a row, we had nothing but plenty of news, plenty of games, plenty of releases, plenty of announcements. Listen, this is what you want as a gamer. Yeah, your back catalog is big and all this other stuff, and we can't play everything we want. And if you got an abundance of money, like some people do, you buy everything. My back catalog is crazy. Matter of fact, I should start y'all want to help me finish these games stream, because I got more games than I can count. It's crazy, but I need to stop buying so much, but that's not going to happen. But, HARGEET, how did you feel about Microsoft going dark? Where did you scrap this up to?
So what I understood of that was they just didn't want to have the same thing that happened last time, where the marketing side of it was putting out a new controller, and it was feel the burn. And they're like, that's a little tone deaf, don't you think, after you're laying off some people? So I think that was what they were trying to get rid of. Now, I don't know if they're telling everybody to just like chill, as far as even employees, just chill, don't do anything. But especially the marketing side, that was a stupid freaking marketing thing to do on the day you're laying off people. Hey, we're announcing a new controller. Feel the burn. Like, did you not equate the two things? Like,
like buy this, buy this while they're on the unemployment line. Buy this.
It's even the fact that it was called feel the burn. It's like, dude, you're literally laying people off. Yeah, they're gonna be burnt. and you're saying feel the burn? Are you serious? Like, dude. So that I think that was what they were trying to avoid, was just like they have these blunders, and you're like, yeah, let's just shut up for like a couple of days because we want to get like the folks taken care of, and then we'll go back to marketing, right? So I think that was what it was, but like. As far as the layoffs, look, these are things that you just know are going to happen, right? First, it was we're going to go figure out what studios are going to stay the same, what studios need to be trimmed, which studios are going to be reconfigured. They went through that. They did the Bethesda stuff. We had all that, right? Hi-Fi Rush, Tango, right? And you had Alpha Dog and Arcane Austin, right? So that was sort of a cleanup effort in Bethesda, and now they're trying to do the corporate structure of. You have to understand how big ABK is, right? Like all of Microsoft with Bethesda was like 5,000 employees. They inherited 17,000 with ABK. It's a massive organization. Yeah, there were going to be redundancies. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, 100. You missed out. You missed out. I brought you up. You didn't get laid off though, but I brought up your merger, your companies. Continue, Hargeet. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, so this is the way it is. Like it does kind of suck. I understand. I think it's a little easier for corporate type people because they generally are portable across any industry.
Right.
Right. So if you're an HR person, you're not limited to gaming. Right.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
can
a
do any
game dev, it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
You're kind of in that mode, right? Yes, you can go to graphic arts, but it's a little harder because you're kind of in a specific skill set. But if you're an accounting person, everybody needs accountants, so it's a little easier to go into whatever company and hopefully you'll land somewhere. Thankfully, they're all getting severance. That is awesome.
Awesome.
And hopefully they can
right. But that's not
along with it.
That was a good point about K Mega because I didn't even know that side of it. I'm like, oh, yeah, at least you got a couple of dollars to hold you over.
They generally do 6 months to a year, right?
Yep.
So it just depends on where you are. So that's pretty good. So they'll be covered at least for a bit, and hopefully they can get something, land on their feet fast, and they'll be good to go. But hey, layoffs always suck, but everywhere there's layoffs now, right? Tech in general, the industries in general, just like companies in general, it's layoffs everywhere. It kind of sucks.
Just
but
did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
last year,
it's all over the place, man.
Yeah, listen. That's why I don't know why they brought out a $700 Pro plus $80 attachment. If you like hard disk, it's gonna be over close to $900. We're gonna talk about that. Whew, I'm petty like 50 Cent.
But I suppose the other side is we could be paying instead of $450 for the digital Xbox Series X, you could be paying $550 or maybe $700 for. We'll get it.
For a slight resolution enhancement. I thought resolution didn't matter. Oh, damn, Hargeet, why are you doing that? Damn, son. Listen, we're gonna get to that later. I'm gonna say this. I don't like to see nobody losing their jobs, man. My man 100 was like, yo, they gonna lay me off. I'm like, first of all, you valuable to your company. You're not getting laid off. So you could kindly, Mr. 100, in the chat say, yeah, you was right. Because it won't be the first time you said that because my crystal ball is undefeated. Facts. He ain't get laid off. So I told him he thought he was going to get laid off. He too valuable to that company. Facts. But I don't like to see nobody get laid off. But if it's to keep my hobby alive, off with his head. Next. I'm sorry. Because individuals are not more important than the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw Independence Day. Some people had to sacrifice themselves to kill them aliens. So it just is what it is. We're going to move on, man. We're going to keep it Microsoft. Now, I want to talk about this, man. Now, we know PSN lost 48% of their subscriptions in July. People complain when one person said they was leaving Game Pass. let's get that car rolling wherever it's at. Yeah, let's get that convertible rolling. Hop on board if you want that Game Pass ability. You know what I'm saying? Best gaming deal in gaming. Facts. But I'm gonna say this. People chucked it up to coincidence. Call of Duty beta announced. Game Pass membership, don't have to pre-order the game. Vault Edition, $30. ABK deal, the biggest deal in gaming. Stop me if I'm wrong, fellas. This Call of Duty, shout out to the fake people who try to make Call of Duty look bad on the 10 people watching streams. Oh, this is horrible. You know, it all came from the Sony side of dudes. This is terrible. I can't believe they're going this route. Oh my God. Oh, I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth. Mad dramatic. Those numbers say different. The biggest Call of Duty beta in the history of Call of Duty. Now, I'm going to go right back to K-Mega with this. They're depending on Black Ops, Call of Duty, 79, $1 billion, whatever, situation to up those subscribers. Talk to me, bro. How you feel about that?
Well, yeah, no, there's no question. I mean, I think that's been the talk for ever since we started talking about the ABK deal. Like, everybody knows where the toast is buttered and the best peanut butter and jelly game out there, or the potato chips, whatever that is your snack of choice when you go to want to play your game. If you know what I'm saying, if you only have a couple of hours of the night or of the day to go and jump into, it's NBA 2K, Madden, college football now since it's back, and Call of Duty. Those 4 games are, and then you go, well, and if you want to add in Fortnite and Minecraft.
The free-to-plays, right? The
free-to-plays. Right.
Minecraft, yeah.
Right, because I think
free-to-plays. We ain't talking about extra-fine.
Because the first Descendant is a fantastic game, and it's killing it. Yeah, so
I think that should have been a paid-to-play. I mean, a paid game.
Bro, it could have been a paid game.
That's what I felt.
They did the right thing because they made so much money. And listen, I haven't bought the thick sniper yet. I'm sure I will. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but you know what I'm saying? So I knocked out everything within that game before the first season came out. I will be jumping back on it once I get done with Wulong Black Myth. But this is the reality. Everybody knew that Call of Duty was going to be that game.
Yeah.
And now
that's a system mover.
Yeah, it's a system mover, system seller. It is everything. So,
yes, sir.
And to now see the resounding, you know what? This is what was crazy. There was only a few stands that was trying to talk bad about Black Ops 6. And they got shut out by their own PlayStation.
Some of them are friends of the show. But
right. Well, yeah. New friends. I can't believe this.
I had to go on their chat and was
friends
like,
with brother, but that's cool.
Why are you so dramatic all of a sudden?
Yeah,
is it because Microsoft bought ABK and all of a sudden, oh my God, I don't believe they did this to this game. I love Treyarch. I wanted to jump back in so badly. I was looking at the stream like this, K-Mega.
Bro, well, anyway, they'll be all in. They will secretly get their Game Pass and pay their $30 because they used to Redbox. I know them as well. Anyway, going back to the Facebook years.
I need you to repeat that.
Yeah, I know them brothers. I used to deal with them brothers. Back from the Facebook days. We're talking about 2012, 2013, 2014. We know all about them brothers over there.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
And how they operate.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
They were all about Redbox.
Games.
They were all about Redbox. So they'll pay their $30 and then they'll get their subscription of, if not, they've already kept their subscription of Game Pass. They'll be okay.
How they gonna talk about Game Pass and they was game flying it?
Bro, they were Redboxing. They weren't even giving GameFly that much money. GameFly is a little bit more expensive than Redbox. So let's just keep it real.
It was out their budget.
It was out their budget. Man, listen, I remember. I don't forget. So anyway, especially when it comes to being petty. But no, the reality of it is that everybody knew that was going to be a mover and shaker. It's going to move. It's resoundingly got everybody hyped for the game. I played. I played for like two nights, and then I already knew. I bought the $100 version. I was
for $30.
No. I bought the Shut Up edition, as me and Don would say. It's like, what I'm saying, the Shut Up edition.
That's an edition I always buy, but it was $30 with Game Pass. What's wrong with you?
Right. So you don't. Well, you know what? Listen, there's not too many games that I'm going to be getting in November because
so what? You got to use your discount.
I am using my discount, but that's what I'm saying. There's only 3 games I'm getting. Nick. I am supporting the devs. I gave them the Shut Up edition money for that.
Unlike a couple other people, we're gonna talk about that too.
I'm getting my Sparking Zero from Dragon Ball Z, and I'm getting probably what I'm going to probably maybe consider is game of the year is my Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is I'm getting my black gentleman, my Asian female statue. So regardless of it, we'll talk about that later.
A man stunting on you.
Yeah. So this is what we do. But my thing here about this is that, yes, Call of Duty is that game that will move.
Oh, yeah.
But Xbox has got so much in the pipeline that it's way more deeper than just Call of Duty.
It's way more deeper than Unk.
Right. Well, no, Unk seemed like he was getting pretty deep. I'm over here as a gentleman, as an older gentleman myself, I pop from college when I'm leaving them ladies.
I'm leaving them blind, crippling, crazy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, Hargeet. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? That's all right. You know what I'm saying? Till they face red. That's how I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, so my thing is this. When you think about this, yes, this will catapult Game Pass just off of the name of Call of Duty alone.
Facts.
But Xbox, what they're presenting is so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
And then all Xbox now has to do, especially for when we see more and more of this of these rumors coming out about they're really actually finna announce games like the Final Fantasy games, and then also some of the backwards compatible games that could be like the older Transformers. And,
I'm gonna say something about that real quick.
Yeah, and
I downloaded them.
See, I haven't been able to download.
You got to do it through the app. You got to do it through the app, but they don't work. Nobody said that.
Okay. I see people get them, but I was like, I can't get them. But yeah,
they don't work. I got both of them on my hard drive. Fallout Cybertron and another one, they don't work.
Well, yeah, no, I got the discs right here, right next to me. So I'm like, let's go. But my thing is that
that's $80 for a disc drive.
Not for my Series X, no. Not for my Series. Not for the Series S, no. Absolutely not.
Okay. I just wanted to put that out there.
I know. We gonna just say that phone for when we get to that topic.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Mm-hmm.
But Xbox has got all their ducks in a row, and they know that Call of Duty is going to move numbers. How many numbers we will see, but it's what Xbox has down the pipeline. The one thing that I will say, because I will keep it real at all times, I hate what they did with the whole announcement with Indiana Jones, being so eager to just come out there and say that Indiana Jones is available for PlayStation, when Xbox gamers do not have Indiana Jones yet. If they had Indiana Jones already, it's a foregone conclusion because for the people that want to get to play it and maybe even make PlayStation fans feel kind of crunchy because
they would have switched.
They would have. Well, there would have been people that would have jumped onto Game Pass
or added it.
Right, they would have got on Game Pass to play the game, talk bad about the game, and then Xbox can make fools out of them and say, "Oh yeah, it's coming to PlayStation now."
Oh yeah,
and so what are you gonna do? You're gonna stop playing it? Well, it doesn't matter because you've already paid a month or two playing, playing Indiana Jones. So to me, just coming out there so eagerly to just talk about, well, it's coming to PlayStation 5. I don't know if that was a Disney decision. I do not feel that was a Phil decision. I feel that if it came from Xbox, it was from the superiors. It had nothing to do with Phil. I know Phil wouldn't have did that. Right. It was the board member that said that, or Disney. Because Disney's like, look, I want every bit of change that I possibly can get. Yep. But other than that, with the whole Indiana Jones thing, Xbox has a killer lineup from here on. It's not even to this point. It's from here on.
We don't have enough hard drive space.
Right. And so therefore, Game Pass is going to be so highly, and what's going to catapult it is get the attention from people that's going to be jumping on and playing Call of Duty, because that's the peanut butter and jelly. And if anybody wants to go ahead and get a little bit of something more substantive, then there's plenty of other stuff that Game Pass
in the chat. Let's go. Let me give you a
yeah.
little secret with Game Pass. Let's get the hype train going.
Yeah.
Everybody, listening to IGN, it's not sustainable. There's a number to keep Game Pass sustainable and financially beneficial. The number's 3 million. Now, I said this is the second time I said that on somebody's podcast. First time I think it was on Wise podcast, because I knew that for months. I knew that for about a year. Let me say that. So when you listen to IGN, these fake ass analysts, these fake ass accountants, they don't even have a checkbook, all can't pay their child support, and they come to Twitter or they come to their social medias and talk. The number's 3 million to maintain a successful, good environment financially per month. Game Pass. What they at, 35 million right now, HARGEET? Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they over that.
And I think that's going to increase a bit with that Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's going to increase.
So,
but that's the number. So when you hear these people talk that nonsense, you do 3 million times what? Let's just go. What's the base price now? $15
for standard, yeah.
Yeah, for right. Well, it's going to go up to what? $17 or $19 here in 3 days.
Right.
In 3 days. Yeah, 3 days is.
You better get your CD keys on.
Yeah.
But
and by the way, people should do that, right? Because you can get a really good deal if you go to like CD Keys, Annabelle, something like that.
You can get 3
You can basically
months
get a year for
$10
$120.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
I bought a year up. I got at least until 2026.
Definitely get the deals.
We got somebody
and look,
who entered the building.
Hey,
hey.
I was legitimately bullshitting. What's going on, John?
Yeah. As soon as you cut your camera on, you can stop looking like the S on your chest like Superman. But listen, Pixel Bit has entered here, and I'm glad we still on the light topics. I've been holding out.
Oh man, I see nothing but a big S on the screen.
Right, Superman.
I got it.
Or Super Late Man.
Super late man.
Super late man. You know what I'm saying?
Late man who's on his laptop right now. Shit.
It's all right. Listen, you here.
What's going on?
You. It's my brother, Pixel Bit G. My other Brooklyn dude. Tell K-Mega we don't say Brooklyn 3 times. We don't. He said, people come in the chat. I'll be like, stop listening to K-Mega, man. This dude. They be like, Brooklyn.
Like Arkansas or some shit.
I'm an Oklahoma sucker. Watch your mother mouth.
Close enough, motherfucker. Close enough. What's up, K-Mega, my guy?
It's somewhere they tip alligators.
We tip cows and we tip women, so that's all right with the tip.
So now look. Let's go to you.
Watch out, them big city girls love us country boys. You better watch out.
Yeah.
I know.
Because they like big ass ham hock men.
Yeah, that's what. Yes. I'm a lot lighter, but I'm still a big ham hock. So yeah, that's it.
Let me go to Pixel real quick. How do you feel about Call of Duty? Microsoft depending on that to boost Game Pass sales. What do you think about that, bro?
I mean, it's kind of be expected, right? I mean, he spent all this money. So, I mean, the whole point of spending all that money is to try to boost Game Pass, right? But, up until lead up, everybody was saying, oh, they wouldn't put it in Game Pass. They wouldn't dare.
Who said that?
Not
Xbox
right?
people.
I mean, nobody with a brain, but I mean, lots of people say it, right? The whole point of the purchase was to put the stuff in Game Pass. So, of course, they're relying on it to try to boost the sales of Game Pass. And if it doesn't, who knows what happens to Game Pass afterwards, right? We don't know. So, it's to be expected, right? They got to kind of throw everything in the pot and hope it cooks. So we'll see.
It's cooking. The biggest beta in the history of Call of Duty ever. It's cooking. It's cooking. Matter of fact, it's sauteing all them vegetables and seasonings. Meat gonna fall off the bone. No Diddy.
How did y'all feel? How did y'all feel about the beta? I thought the beta was fantastic.
I'm gonna tell you what
I wish
impressed me
I'd
about
had
the
a chance
beta.
to play this shit.
I'm gonna tell you what
I didn't
impressed me
have
about the
time.
beta. Shout out to the chat. Yo, listen, we got over 61 people in here. Shout out to the chat, man. If you are typing and you're not on YouTube and you're not on Twitch TV, which I prefer everybody to slide their behinds over to 108 Dragons TV on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. If you're typing in the chat, it does not show Facebook chat or Twitter. So if you want to be in the conversation, you got to come to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You instantly will be having access to the chat. Please slide over. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up. This is another big one. Shout out to my panel members. Y'all awesome. Without y'all, there's no us. You know what I'm saying? We
Hey,
definitely could be in
Lemon,
a party
try Twidget.
I don't even know what that is. You sound
Yeah,
like
but
100. 100 always hit me with this.
Try Twidget.
Right.
TWIDGET. Try Twidget. You know what I'm saying? As a GRB brother that birthed you and sit there and had you on the teat. You know what I'm saying? I will sit there and help you again.
I mean, goddamn the slander.
Wow.
He had to birth you and put you on the teat.
No. First of all, we're
Well,
gonna
first
get.
off, let's talk
No.
about-
I'm gonna help my Brooklyn brother.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna get a credit where it first started.
Fuck is you
Shout out to
saying?
100 for bringing my punk ass to GRG. Let's start where it started. 100 brought me, my brother accepted me, and now we got that foundation of life. Facts.
Oh my God, let's do that.
They threw out the life preserver when I was drowning in the Atlantic.
You
Help
were
him.
drowning out there in
You
the
know what I'm
land
saying?
of.
But before I
in the
did
land out there in
GRG,
Jersey.
motherfucker, I did ILP and hip hop channel. Hold up.
That's right. Hey, man.
Those my brothers too.
I got you. But I was like, bro.
Yeah, but I made GRG my home. Shout out to my squad over there, man. Shout out to my squad, man. I think y'all let my brother down. Y'all need to be dragged out and shot. Oh!
Wait, let who down? Let who down?
Nope. Later.
Let who down?
Later.
You talking about 100?
No.
Oh.
No, he's still podcasting. Everybody else who disappeared off the face of the earth. And thought the grass is greener on the other side.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not. All right. So you keep stop asking me questions. Stop asking me questions. Yeah, you see who's still around and who's not. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Man, suicidal thoughts, Biggie Smalls. HARGEET, did you tackle this Game Pass situation? You did, right?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
HARGEET,
so
take over.
look. So I think Black Ops, this is going to be one of the bigger selling Call of Duties, and it's going to be the bigger engagement, right? Because there are people who may not play Call of Duty, but now it's going to be in Game Pass, right? So let's say 20% of Game Pass customers happen to play Call of Duty, and 60, 70% don't, right? Like, that's a potential, and they're like, okay, I can download it and try it, right?
Yep.
So you're going to get huge engagement. I think you're going to get another like 10 million players just because it's in Game Pass.
Whoa, wait.
And then
that's a large number on top of the
Believe it or
21
not,
million a year.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, they have 35 million customers in Game Pass, right? And there are quite a few players who do not play those multiplayer games. They just don't. And
they also, but the single player in Black Ops and these Call of Duty games be fire.
Exactly.
Don't have to be multiplayer.
But that's the thing, right? And a lot of those same players are going to be like $70 for like 6 to 8 hour campaign. Damn. But it's downloadable in Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's just the thing. You're going to get a bunch of people that are just going to be like, what's it to me? I already have it. I'm just going to download it. I'm going to play it.
That's
So,
right.
and even if they play a couple hours, you got more engagement. That's the way it goes, right? And so I think you're going to see that this is going to be one of the biggest played Call of Duties in a while, outside of Warzone. Warzone obviously is going to be huge. But, the actual mainline campaign and whatnot, I think you're going to see a lot of players. There's also, I think, going to be an uptick. I've heard, just anecdotally that people who understand what Game Pass is were like, yeah, this is going to be a Game Pass. I think I'm going to get Game Pass. And they're going to go get it, right? So I don't know how much that's going to be. But let's say they get 10, 15, 20%.
It's going to be more than
that's
what
a lot,
they usually
but if they
got.
get that, right?
Facts.
You're suddenly at 40 million. And, that starts to get to a pretty good place, right? Once you're at 40, you can get to 40, 50 million. That's not just sustainable. That's ridiculously good.
Because it's not just
right?
Game Pass. You got GeForce Now.
You've got that as well, right?
You got
but
the PC
to
side.
put it in perspective.
Yeah, but that's not the free. That's not the free service, right?
Ain't nothing free. We paying for it, but that's what I'm gonna get to. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Free.
At 45, I think they're still around there. Is PSN, right? If you look at the 120 million customers they have like 45-ish million subscribers. If they have that much on their high tier Game Pass, right? Because you have to look at their side of it is extra and premium, and half the customers that were on it, and that's not anywhere near 50 million, right? That's just
like
I don't know how many
5.
they had.
Wasn't it like
yeah, it's in that range. It's like 5-7 million, and it cut in half. That's where they are versus where Game Pass is, right?
Right.
And you look at that and you're like, okay, if they can get to that kind of level, yeah, this is definitely a path they're going to continue. What that means for us gamers is they're going to see Call of Duty. That worked. What's the next big one? Right? That's what they're going to do. Right? And you're going to have to say, right, I don't know if it's Sega. I think if it was me,
I'm saying that
I would look at those black hole games, right? I would say, hey, what's the other? You said like Madden, FIFA, right? College football, Grand Theft Auto, NBA 2K. You look at those and say, because those are pay for games, right? That's what you want to have in there. You want to have those kind of games engaged in that ecosystem, right? So that subscription gains more value. That doesn't mean you make it exclusive in any way. You don't care about that. It's just you're bringing people into the subscription. So that's where you want to go, right? So if it's me, if I'm looking at it, I would say, why not go after a Take-Two, right? You get Grand Theft Auto, massive IP, NBA 2K, massive IP. The other option's EA. I don't know if that's a viable path. Maybe they want to go there. I don't know, right? But Take-Two is kind of there. The other thing that you have to look at, their metrics are to drive to 3 billion customers, and Take-Two has Zynga. And you look at the number of people that engage monthly on all of Take-Two with Zynga, it's 200-ish million.
Yeah.
That's a big number. There are 500 now. You get another 200. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for those big jumps, right? Because they want to get to 3 billion. That's one of the things. I think the other big one is Valve, right?
That's
because
the one that I'm thinking.
Massive amount of customer engagement on PC, right? It's just irresistible. You just look at it and you're like, yeah, why not? Not to mention, just print money. Every game that's coming out is going to be in Steam, right? And you just get your 20-30%. Like, why not? You're just printing money. So it just makes sense.
They're printing
Plus,
money
they
just
have
by
those
owning
two-
Call of Duty. That's going to PlayStation. That's going to PC.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter where it goes. Who cares? It
Yeah,
doesn't.
they
It's
don't
like
care.
Minecraft. It just prints money.
Right.
And you get with Valve, you also get two of the biggest PC games, Counter-Strike, Dota, and like those are. If you look at the charts, they stay at the top all the time.
Listen,
they are ridiculous.
I played Counter-Strike for like 15 years straight.
Right, and so those are the kind. That's what they would go after. Is where you have to pay for the game, but it's one of those big black hole games where it just constantly keeps getting played. That's what you want to go after. That's to me. Anyways, that's what you look at. Those are the two big ones to me. Valve and Take-Two are massively good options if this works, right? So if Call of Duty, we find out like in Jan-Feb, hey, their numbers skyrocketed. They went to like 30, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 million. Yeah, it worked. That's it. That's what they're looking for. They want that jump start. What's going to give me the next big chunk, right? It worked. That's what they want to see. And then hopefully what it also means is instead of the 25 to 30-ish million players that you usually get on Call of Duty, that also jumps to 40 million, 45 million, right? Nice. They want that. They want to see the both ways. It just worked. That's what they're looking for. And I think it's very possible it will work. We also have the potential when it goes to Nintendo. They did sign that deal, right? That it will go to Nintendo. I just don't know when that console comes out, right? The next
year. Next year. It'll be out next year.
Right. So when that comes out, whether it's mid-year, if it's in spring, or if it's later in the fall, whatever it is, right? Whenever that comes out, they're going to put this on there. Right. They're going to get it
right in time,
and that's going to also escalate numbers, right? So that's the thing. So they're looking for that. They want to grow the brand. They want to grow Game Pass, and I think they're going to end up doing both. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. I can't wait for the numbers to come out. It's going to be very interesting. Their competitor here has Lego Horizon to look forward to, Astro, which is selling well, and a $700 console.
No, we're going to get to that. Hold on. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I just want to say this. I just want to say this. I made a mistake during the beginning of this show, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this real quick. Shout out to the legend, man. James Earl Jones, R.P. January 1931 to September 9th, 2024, man. Legendary voice.
Yes, sir.
Legendary actor. Mentor.
Yep.
Highly gave back to the people. Took care of his community. Born in Minnesota, I think it was. Was it Minnesota? And died upstate New York. I think it was Minnesota. Listen, man, we lost another great one. 93 years old. Crazy.
That's an amazing life, yo.
Yeah, that's an amazing life. Definitely is an amazing God, man. Y'all see it up there. His voice of the Lion King. The guy been all over, man.
Come on, man. That dude was the antagonist for the original Conan, my friend.
Yo, facts.
I was just gonna say, right?
Remember that?
Yeah.
He was a snake king or something, right? Yeah. And he was Diesel back then. He wasn't that chubby dude when he did the Vader voice.
He made that white girl sit there and jump off and kill herself, bro.
Wow.
Like that was
You know what? Wow.
That was a
For you to be
wild
married to a Caucasian, you should not be repeating those words live.
Listen, I'm finna have her jump off and off herself and be the Italian, and then I'm gonna go marry one. Let's
Shout
go.
out to the legend.
I said, yeah.
I didn't do the art, but I added my the text you see, man. Shout out to the legend on the screen, man. He will be missed. And even when he was 91, he did that Obi-Wan Kenobi. He did the voice for Darth Vader in that when he was 91.
Oh, big old.
Crazy.
70 years worth of work, bro.
Crazy.
70 plus years of work. And I mean, like, just thinking about certain things, like people that may not know that he was in the first Judge Dredd.
Yep.
He was the voice narrator in that movie.
Yep.
Like, you know, I don't know if people remember the Sandlot. Sandlot was so cold. Such a fun movie.
And that voice was like legendary, iconic.
You can't. Yo, listen, legendary. Him and that other dude that was in he got a twin. He's from Harlem. He got a deep voice. He do a lot of video gaming. Damn, he black dude.
The guy who passed away, who was the
no,
voice,
he not dead. He not dead.
Oh, okay.
No, he was in the Chronicles of Riddick. He was the guy. He was the Muslim dude that helped Riddick on Pitch Black. The Muslim black dude. Remember when they went to the Chronicles of Riddick and they came to destroy the planet, and he went to go save his family, and he shut them dudes down. That black dude. That black dude voice is everywhere. Everywhere. He's a new James Earl Jones, baby. Just listen, somebody YouTube it, man, or bring it up. Dude was in Chronicles of Riddick. He was playing a Muslim dude, and he lived on a Muslim planet.
Are you talking about Keith David?
Is that his name? The black dude?
Checking now. Yeah. Keith David.
There you go.
Keith David.
Here's another one.
He's the arbiter.
He's the voice of Alpha.
Yes, he's the arbiter. Right.
He's also the
and he's the voice of Spawn.
1990s Spawn. See, exactly.
Yep.
Of the 90s Spawn.
Yep. That dude is everywhere. That dude is everywhere. He's the new James Earl, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I got to give a shout out to the legendary one. So we gonna keep it pushing, man. I don't know what.
Also give a big shout out to RIP to Frankie Beverly. You know what I'm saying, from Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh
wow, yeah.
So Frankie Beverly and Maze, I should say. I'm sorry. And happy feelings. You know what I'm saying, all that. Just absolutely. If anybody has to listen to Frankie Beverly and Maze, man, listen to their cuts, man. Just some of the most inspirational, impactful music ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how impactful that their music was, the Maze was, and you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to him and James Earl Jones, man. 2024 is dropping a lot of great ones, you know what I'm saying, with my mama included, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say enough for that. Yeah, so no doubt.
All right, so we're gonna keep it pushing. Listen, man, we got 87 people in here. YouTube is the platform. I would appreciate y'all slide your behinds over. K-Mega just gave me something to see y'all chats. But if y'all chatting, y'all got to slide over to YouTube so I can see it, and I'll shout y'all out, man. Shout out to everybody. Let me say this before we go into any more topics. We had a membership giveaway. Shout out to J Mac for winning the first giveaway on 108 Dragon TV as a member ever. Next week, we should have my boy Hip Hop Game on there. He has a book called Your Character is Your Currency. I'm giving out 4 copies. I copped them. It'll be here Monday. I'm giving out 4 copies. My boy gonna explain his book to you. He be out here doing the Lord's work, doing good work, doing good gaming work, man. So I'm gonna be giving those out to members. We're gonna have a lottery. We're gonna do 1 giveaway per month. You will get that book. Shout out to my man HARGEET CHANI. He got a book too. Y'all already know I purchased that. And if you see his information on the screen, zoom into that. That link will take you to all his book outlets from Barnes & Nobles to Amazon. Get it done. These dudes out here doing real work, man. Support. Now, let me get back to this Game Pass stuff and when people say it's free. Game Pass is so inexpensive and give you such a deal. People get a game in there and say, yo, I could play Game Pass for free. I could play it because it's on Game Pass. It's free. Technically, it's not free. But it makes you feel that way because it looks like you getting over on the goddamn devs and the publishers because you're getting everything in there. Facts. So it's not free. It just feels like it. How you paying for something and it feels like it's free, HARGEET? Damn. What an amazing
Because of value,
situation.
that's really it, right?
It's the value.
You're not having that per transaction cost. That's just the way it is. And just think of it as like Netflix. Yes, you pay for it, but you don't really think about it because you're not going and paying every time you have to download a movie. You just watch the movie. It's just the way it is, right? So it just feels like it's high value, even though you are paying for it.
Yeah, you are paying for it.
It is what it is, right? So
and shout out to my new router, man, pushing out 8 up. Whew, that green has never left green. Shout out to my old router, my Nighthawk R6 8000. You dead now.
I just replaced my Nighthawk because it wasn't working for me.
It wasn't. Mine stopped working too because they stopped giving updates.
Yeah.
That's why. So I went and bought that new Asus. I don't know. I put it on Twitter. I don't know how to. It's a monster. It recognizes my gig internet. Facts. The other one just stopped at $250. I kept saying, "What am I paying for?"
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
It stopped because they stopped updating it.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold on. It's time, suckers! We about to get messy. Put on your aprons, your bibs, your pacifiers. If you sucking titties, don't let the titty mick hit the floor because we about to do it. Facts. Now, this is crazy. I waited for you, Pixels. You know you my brother, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I waited for you. I picked up the phone.
Appreciate
I said, where this
it,
dude numbers at? Where's his number? I needed
fam,
you.
I'm chilling.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Your light-skinned brother needed you.
Totally
We here. You hear this chat? We are here. We about to talk about Astro Bot. I ain't seen nothing on Twitter saying we welcoming 2 million players.
Oof.
Congratulations to the first 500,000 participants.
Don't make me go up here and grab me a little bit more
no, we gonna do damage, and I'm not talking about damage control. I told you, motherfuckers. Y'all be capping. I'm an Astro Bot dude. I'm a little bit kind of dude.
I beat the VR one and I beat the
and I'm gonna
PS5
tell you
demo.
this.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
care about the 3 ponies websites that support this game and tweeting just like you did Concord all day. I said there ain't that many Astro Bots in Brooklyn. Y'all out here frauding the public. I bought it. I told y'all, my crystal ball undefeated. I said this game going double flop because there ain't that many people that beat the goddamn demo. Did y'all forget they put that out with PlayStation 5? How many people actually did this?
And not only did they put it out, but they tried to cap like it was the most sold game ever.
Yo,
because it was a
look,
giveaway.
Look at the
But I
Xbox
feel
guy.
y'all, though.
You can go to my channel, check out that unboxing. You already know Ray Rav on that track, killing it in the beginning.
Listen, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it.
Let's talk about it.
I did not get the controller because I was in the middle of a damn move and I was too busy
And you
dealing
lost
with
out.
Nonsense.
You should have called
and
me. I'd have bought
freaking
you
missed
one.
it.
You could have came and picked it up. We neighbors. You see that, people? This the Xbox guy. This the Xbox guy that got the VR.
Yo, get
That's
your mitts
me.
off of that, son. Send me that. Clean that up. Send that over, son.
I'm the Xbox guy, right? It's the Xbox guy that got all the collectibles, all the statues. I'm all in the video.
Got all the hog marks.
Ah,
Got all the shit.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So now I see nothing on Twitter, no energy, no positivity,
Silence.
no group chats, no spaces.
I
And
don't
guess
see
what
no
we getting out of
video.
Japan? 12,365,000 sold. I got more people on my projects than y'all got the games being sold. What are we doing here?
You saying Hi-Fi Rush did better, my guy?
Hi-Fi Rush, Gollum sold 1 million.
Hold on. I have to demand you repeat that
Let me get a recount.
again. Yeah, recount. Tell me what they said. How many sold in Japan?
12,365K. Redfall punished this game.
I am just hearing this now, and this is so damn messy. You can't come on, bro. You ain't gonna warn the brother. Like,
Redfall killed
I don't need to say
this
nothing else.
game.
I don't need to say nothing else. That's it. You can skip me. I ain't gotta say all I got for any stand to come to me and say, well, bro, 12,000 in Japan.
Yo, listen.
Bro, that's all. You ain't even gotta come to me. I just want to hear everybody
more
else
than
do the
12,000 pieces of sushi this year. More than the game sold.
that.
Oh, is this what we doing? HARGEET, they wasn't ready. I told him on Twitter, we gonna tear your asses up. All Diddy. Moist review. Facts! I told you, stop going to Twitter and y'all be talking too much. You be talking about shit you don't play. You talk with your words and your tweets and not your wallet. I told you. I want them US numbers to come in here. Facts. There's another thing when we get to that PlayStation 4 Pro, I'm gonna say something I've been saying all day. You suckers don't know about these numbers. You talk with emotions. And when you're emotional, you usually get caught off balance. I'm going to you. Pixel Bit G. Boy, was this an awakening. That's just Japan.
Wow.
And we ain't gonna talk about that.
I'm flabbergasted.
We ain't gonna talk about that $90 raise. It went from 37,000 consoles sold to 11 because of that price gauge. But we gonna get to that later. Oh, it's gonna get spicy, bitches. Talk to me.
I would say, even like, I would expect 10 to 1 on US, right? But 10 to 1 on, what you said, 13? That's still under 200,000. So if this game don't hit like 5, after all these effing reviewers had the audacity,
10 out of 10,
the temerity to claim this game was on the Mario 64 level. The level of cap I heard. This game.
My God.
I'm just like, listen.
The blasphemy.
You trying to tell me that this game
It's a good game. It's a good game, but it's not legendary.
You to say something.
Some crazy
Mario 64.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Standard.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Man, listen. Shut your ass up.
Oh, and
I
we
don't
just
have my
getting started.
equipment, so I can't hit the bells for the nonsense right now. So they sounded great. There you go. Selector, shut your bumbo.
Shout out to my boy Blunch in the chat. Boop, boop, boop.
So, for all the capping they did, son, and everybody was like, nobody cares.
Look. Watch when we get Astro Bot. Watch. We gonna show y'all. Y'all keep talking about shit that outsold you.
Listen.
Redfall did better than this game also. It tied Stellar Blade, and y'all capped for that.
And that
what are we doing?
Here's the deal, though, right? The PlayStation community has said consistently that they don't buy their console to play kiddie games, right? That's y'all starting the generation with that. We don't buy consoles for kiddie games.
Yeah, I'm about to get my it's Alex on.
Y'all don't buy kiddie games.
They also didn't buy Concord.
They didn't buy Concord either. They didn't buy Final Fantasy.
Wait. We don't mention that word around here. We don't talk about that word.
Oh man.
Concord was dead like the jet. And
Listen,
I said
Concord was dead the minute they announced it.
I said
and
that.
You told me that it cost $40.
Yo.
Bro.
Oh no, it should have been free. $40 is free. That is free.
It is.
If a game is $40, today prices, that's free.
You see HARGEET's thing?
Yeah. He had that on last weekend. Yes. Yes. My man keeping y'all focused.
I see y'all been messing, man.
Them games been selling. That's what Sony been saying. But guess what? Don't you believe it?
Yeah, it's all cap. It's all cap, bro.
Shout out to HARGEET.
And yo, shout out to King David for pointing out that they had because I haven't beaten the game yet, but I beat the VR game. I beat the boxing game, and apparently this game has like boards from those games, the same boss fights and stuff like that in the game, which none of the reviewers said when they was throwing out accolades. Trying to save Sony from that nasty comment. All that capping, bro, but nobody brought it. All right.
I'm starting. You know what? I thought Game Pass was welfare gaming. I thought that. That's what y'all keep saying, right? Xbox has no games. Y'all ain't got no money.
Clearly, they need a Game Pass, and they need to revive Blockbuster so they can.
And this is what's crazy. What blockbusters? Because none of those blockbusters they want to reside. Yo, look. All them people that talk about these games that need to be revived, y'all didn't buy them shits either. That's a fact. So you want to revive Killzone, y'all didn't buy that.
Now you know, I got all the Killzone.
I did.
Even the
first did too. One. I did too.
Even the first one.
Listen.
So
listen, bro.
Listen,
man.
Know, bro.
I don't know what type of gamer y'all are today, but real gamers, like the people on this panel, we speak with our wallets. You dudes speak with your fucking. Y'all tweet with your toes.
They speak with Twitter.
No, they tweet with their toes. You go get pedicures to tweet. Y'all soft. Y'all soft because if you really supported the brand that you support, right? You got an Xbox dude buying more PlayStation shit than you. Facts. And I'm petty like 50 Cent. I don't care. But I'm an Xbox dude. I got more PlayStation shit than you do.
Man.
HARGEET, talk to me, please. Maybe you can make it make sense.
I mean, look, this is a mentality I've been fighting, even on the Xbox side, where I keep hearing, Mario game comes out. I'm like excited, like, hey, this is a Mario game. It's gonna be awesome. And I keep hearing it's a kiddie game, and I'm like, what do you mean it's a kiddie game? It's a game, dude. It's like been around for 40 years. It's freaking awesome. It's gonna sell 20 million copies.
It raised us.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, why are you like saying junk? I'm like,
you think everything's supposed to be pulling out guts and killing people?
and all these people who play Astro, which is literally, I'm looking at the videos like, that was in that game from Mario. That was in that game from Mario. That was in that game from, like. Yo, you're playing Mario, you can play the original, and trust me, those games are fantastic, and they're like way longer, they have much more content, and if you want to go to the extra level, they make it even more challenging if you want to do it. Hey, what? Like, why is that a bad game? Like, I'm so sick of the hypocrisy, dude. It's like, look, just play the game. if you want more Astro, there's a bunch of Mario games out there waiting for you to play them. Go play them. They're really freaking quality games.
Really good, yeah.
So, look, I'm not going to bash the game because I haven't played it.
No, the game is good.
It's cool.
Not, but the game is not the problem. It's the goddamn community.
And yeah, exactly, that they won't play games. Like, look, dude, it's your game. Go buy it, ponies. Why aren't you buying it? Just like Concord, that was your game. Why didn't you go buy it? Go support the devs. All those narratives you have. Hi-Fi Rush had 2 million players at launch. 2 million players at launch. You're not going to get close to that. What's going on your side? They're comparing it to Ratchet and Clank, which didn't sell. It took it years to get to its level, and it had to go to PC.
How about this? Coming from the Xbox guy, did y'all buy this?
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Did y'all buy that? Y'all know what that is? Hold on. Let me get the angle.
I can't see it. Yeah.
I like Marvel vs. Capcom.
It's the collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all buy that?
Yeah.
It's on
Absolutely.
PlayStation. No, not y'all. I'm talking about the
it's
ponies.
not on Xbox yet, right?
No.
Yeah, my mic is fucking up because I'm downloading that and Test Drive Unlimited as we speak.
This is what gamers do. We don't talk about gaming. We do gaming.
We play.
We do gaming. So when you come here and you may get offended, you don't say, yo, this dude Lemon is an Xbox guy. No, I'm really not. It's just my favorite platform. I got everything. I play on everything. Dudes here play on everything. K-Mega will buy something on PC and say, I don't need a PlayStation because it plays at a higher fidelity over there. And we in the
That's
good
what
space.
I do with these games. So when they put this thing out on PC, I'll definitely give it a chance because I like Mario games, and this looks like it's a fun Mario type platformer.
No, the game is dope. The game is dope. The game is dope.
So
the game is dope. It's
so
not
when it
about
comes
the
to
game.
PC, I'll play it.
This has nothing to do with the game. If you ain't got this version of God of War, stop coming here. If you talking trash.
That's the version that I have.
If you don't got this version of Horizon, stop talking trash. Get your ass off Spaces talking trash. This the Xbox dude. I'm spending $300 per game. You crying for $40 on Twitter. And I ain't talking about my gamers. I'm talking about the goddamn lamers.
Yeah.
Y'all talk so much on Twitter, man. It's ridiculous. You make everybody look bad. Everybody.
Yep.
We got one hobby, gaming, and everybody here play games.
Yeah, and you want to support those games because otherwise they're not going to make more.
Support the goddamn game.
So thankfully, this was a smaller game. It didn't cost as much to make. Hopefully, they make their money back. I think they still need to eclipse about 1 million in sales to get to a break even.
They ain't making nothing back.
So I hope they do. Okay, but because I would like more of these games. Like This is the remnants of what was Japan Studio, which to me was actually their better studio because the games they put out, yes, there were quirky, weird ones, but there were quirky, good ones too. And I like the quirky, good ones. So I'm kind of disappointed it's gone, right? So this is the remnant of what we have from that Japan studio. So I would like to see them make more games like this. What I don't want to see is, oh, you didn't make enough money and we're going to close you. Like that would be it would just be so disappointing to you. Exactly.
They know for that.
Yeah, Sony's good for that. That's the problem.
So please put it out on PC so I can buy it. I want to get.
Listen, and being able to take it for generations on. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I'm not the dude. I'm not no mustard heart. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you're in the wrong place because I'm telling you real shit. Everybody here telling you real things. I don't care about Xbox. They don't pay me to say nothing. I get carte blanche at these shows. Don't get it twisted. They take care of me. But they don't pay me. My integrity is not for sale. And this is what's wrong with you people on Twitter. When we get to that pro shit, I'm gonna kill y'all. Ooh, I got some bullshit in the tank ready to blow your head off. Facts. Anyway, K-Mega, come on, man, talk to me. Astro Bot struggling. Look at he don't even want to do it. Look at my brother. He don't want to do it.
No, I don't because listen, it's tiring because it's a person who's been fighting this battle for a really long time and been telling people about certain games and what they, and you know what I'm saying, and how the value of all different types of genres of games benefit gamers. It was the stands that demanded that there's only should be a certain type of game that should be looked at as game of the year, or something that was that was movie like or epic to the proportion of what they were from what was coming from the end of the PlayStation 3 era to the end of the PlayStation 4 era. And then we get to a game that looks absolutely fun. There was like I've said before, like Astro Bot looks fantastic. I was saying that when I was doing my thoughts video, and I said, look, I'm not going to talk bad about it. I'll just wait for it to come to PC. And then there's people that are like, well, it ain't gonna come to PC. Well, then that's fine. I won't play it. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping about it. Whatever. But to me, is that when you have a quality game, and the media is overly hyped this game, and then it's what Pixel and everybody else said, and it's just this bullshit of where they constantly talk about, well, this game is better than this or this. You do not disrespect a legacy title.
No.
At all. At all.
You insult its players.
You do not let that game shine. It's what me and Lemon always get into about Jordan and LeBron, right? Like, let LeBron be the king of this era.
Right.
Let Jordan be the king of his era.
Right. It's about eras.
Do not make this about, well, this game is so good that it's better than a legacy foundation title that has helped catapult.
I thought that was crazy. Facts.
And then when you get in, you told me those numbers in Japan, and I understand that, like, I wasn't expecting to hear 1-2 million, but 12,000. And we're talking about, we understand that the game came out at around when NBA 2K. The Japanese people ain't playing NBA 2K like that.
No, they don't play first-person shooters. They don't play sport games.
They don't play those type of games
they
like
dabble.
that. Like
they don't sell over there.
Gundam might sold well.
Yes.
But PlayStation didn't really have any competition in that sense in Japan.
They play Mario.
Oh yeah, they do. And this is what
play Zelda.
And 12,000 is what it is. And then of course, everybody knows Sony is very quick to boast any type of numbers that is positive.
Yes, they are.
Crickets.
And it's been quiet. It was the same thing that I said a couple of years ago when it was about oh my goodness, I can't think of the game right now, but whatever the case, but it was the Final Fantasies. I was talking about the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. It wasn't a couple of years ago, it was this year. Hell, it's crazy to me. The Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And then the year before, I was talking about Forspoken, and I talked about Final Fantasy 16. It took them until the following year to sit there and talk about those sales numbers for those games. And I don't think they've even still talked about how many has been sold for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Nope,
So again,
it did
2 million.
More than 16.
It did 2 million.
It was worse.
It was 2 million.
On top of Stellar Cheeks not selling well.
1 million.
Rise of the Ronin not selling well.
1 million.
Foam Stars totally failing.
Who's Foam Stars?
Yeah, right.
The game you want to play a bubble bath game with your buddies? Nah, skip that.
To top it all off, our 6-year-old Sea of Thieves was beating all those games.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, on their neck, and in their top 10 in their new games on PlayStation over Stellar Blade and the other game that they had as a swap meet exclusive, the other game from Konami. Like this, I mean not Konami, but Koei Tecmo.
He said a swap meet exclusive.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin.
No. That was a last gen game. That was a
that came out this year.
No, that was a PS2 looking game.
No. Regardless, that was still a swap meet.
No. It was terrible.
Right, and so again, what we're looking at is that. Listen,
K-Mega, did they buy that?
No, I mean they didn't. No, they didn't. To the point to where there was two different. There was two different scenarios where they were saying, look, they didn't meet expectation. You know what the stand wanted to blame it on? They wanted to blame on Game Pass. Game Pass has nothing to do with this because you know what? The game that came out there on Xbox on Game Pass, Wulong, did pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, did pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Did pretty damn good, and I'm pretty sure that if they put that game, the Swap Meet exclusive that was on PlayStation
Yo,
on
can't make a mess.
Xbox Game Pass, then they would have been all right. Then they would have been doing good. Listen, this is the reason why Sega said, "Listen, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna solicit.
We're gonna give in.
We're giving in.
We're gonna submit."
Nah, they said we're gonna make some money. We're gonna stop playing around, and we're gonna stop hating ourselves to one console.
This is a telling factor right here for how many decades that Persona, Yakuza, and other and Final Fantasy has been on PlayStation, and all of a sudden now it's on everything. Tekken was one. Yoshida was. Harada was one of the first smart ones in the fighting space to go ahead and say, "Nah, man, we can't keep this on PlayStation when there's other opportunities to where we can go ahead and make more money."
Facts.
And that's why he walked up on the Xbox stage and sit there and said, "In Tekken, we're bringing Tekken 6 over here to PlayStation, to Xbox." Listen, this is the reality of it, man. The era of the exclusives are dwindling. We are seeing it right before our eyes. We like it or not. But when it comes to the third-party deals, PlayStation is killing themselves because the way that they presented the games in PlayStation 4 generation and how they advertise how it's supposed to be, the gaming audience feels that, like what HARGEET and everybody said, kiddie games don't matter. It has to be an over-the-shoulder game that's graphically superior with a great story, and that's what we want.
But they not buying that either. What happened to Stellar Blade? Stellar Boobs. What happened?
They'll tell you that's different. They tell you that's different because of the fact that that wasn't a true first-party title. And then it's insane.
They was claiming that was first party too because they had
they tried to, but then now they see that this game ain't selling worth a damn.
But it don't sell.
No, that don't count. No, we're not taking that. That don't count.
Right. They'll claim that the game is dope, but this is where the problem is. Right. Well, this is where the problem is, though. When you look at a game like Astro Bot that has all this acclaim, all of this hype, all this supposed to be, this is going to be this legacy title,
but sales.
And and then this game still doesn't sell like that. You know what the PlayStation community?
Hype. That's manufactured.
I know, but you know what the crazy thing about it is? You know what the PlayStation community said to them? Nah, bro, this Madden in NBA 2K is right here. This Astro Bot, when it comes on sale on Black Friday, I'll go ahead and pick this shit up. I ain't playing that shit.
They about to pack it in. They about to pack it in and say, "Yo, we sold it." You're a liar.
Right. They're not going. You're not going to see any
that Call of Duty beta, didn't they?
That's what I'm saying.
The hell out of that.
That's what I was going to say. That game. That's why I said Black Friday, because that game is not going to. That game is not going to get any type of traction in sales until Black Friday, because Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K is going to be at the forefront. And if that might be a game for their kids, but they ain't gonna spend top dollar for that game to be played for their kids. So the reality of it is that when you look at this, hey, you should have put this game in PSN, get more eyes and traction on it, so you can get those engagements. But people are leaving PSN because they're being stylish.
And shove it up your ass.
Grimy. It's a hot ass mess over at Sony. I will continue to keep saying this. I will not stop saying this. This is the worst PlayStation generation of all damn time.
It legitimately is.
You cannot come out and tell me.
Copy and paste shit I've never seen in any generation.
I've never seen
for the blasphemy. We're not doing this.
No, it is the absolute truth. You can compare the worst, what people used to consider the worst generation with PlayStation 3. Compare that generation to this generation right here, game-wise and everything, and even sales-wise. This game might not, this console might not outsell the PlayStation 3.
It's not.
By the way that it might not.
It's not, because they already got a PS4 Pro. They ain't gonna sell shit, bitch.
Oh, bro, it is an absolute.
Wow, look at HARGEET's screen.
Disaster.
Oh my God!
Absolutely tragic of what PlayStation has done to their fan base.
Yo, I promised y'all a messy show, man.
So much so.
I promised y'all this.
So is that they got the PlayStation stands fanboying and fangirling over Xbox content. When would you ever thought to that day that they would be saying we getting Xbox games? It is the most bizarre, wildest, crazy generation that I've ever seen in my life as being a gamer. But PlayStation has really failed their gamers 10 times fold. You can talk about Xbox losing the exclusivity, the console is this and that or whatever the third. At least we got content, we got continued content.
And we have a
own
roadmap.
Call of Duty, we got Game Pass, we got all these other things here to enjoy. Play anywhere. We're getting all the good stuff that y'all failed.
We might have to clean up this mess. It's getting crazy out here.
It is a goddamn shame to see how PlayStation is falling the hell off like this.
It's crazy. Clean up aisle 7.
Like Pac said, Larry Holmes all flabby and sick. They done. It's over, bro. They cooked. This generate. Listen, we'll get into the next topic, and I'm gonna be done with this point right here.
You sure? Because you damn near killed half their community.
Bro, their community is trash on the internet, bro. Like the gaming community, the people that actually buy games and support games and beat these games, they're worthy. But the community online are absolute dog shit. They do not do what they talk about.
Lemon, pull the mic. He's not stopping.
They don't. They don't. You know what I'm saying? I'll give shout outs to Persona and Jabari. They go out there and they buy the games. They do that. Porter Rock will sit there and he'll say he'll do his thing or whatever. But the majority of these yahoos, brother, they are the most.
Did that burger finally get a PlayStation 5? Because he was talking about PS5. He ain't have it for like 2 years, 3 years.
Bro, who?
Porter Trash.
Yeah, I think Porter Rock finally got one. I think he got one.
Finally, he made it happy.
But the reality is that the majority of these guys keep talking about sales. They're looking like fools. They're even talking about everything else other than showing us gameplay. I have barely seen, but only a few people show Astro Bot gameplay. It has been an atrocious generation for them. The only game that I could actually say, 2 games, it was 2 games, God of War and Spider-Man.
Okay, you gotta stop doing that.
And 3 games. Stellar Blade, because these freakazoids wanted to sit there and show ass tit, and they didn't want to sit there and, you know what I'm saying, and they wanted to show her running up the show me. Shout out to Agent. He's a PlayStation dude. He showed combat. Everybody else that I've seen from PlayStation, they show this fake ass anime girl that they could never even get if this was a real chick in real life ever in their fucking life. They need to be happy for the girl that they got or the girl that they can get.
Yo.
And they over here watching this chick running up and down the stairs and shit. Like, man,
yo, Pixel, get your mans.
Let him rock.
I am tired of the stands constantly berating us and we playing these games. Hell, I don't even see these dudes out here showing me Wulong shit. Look, bro, I'm in chapter 6. I'm an Xbox dude. I'm over here playing Black Myth. Y'all supposed to be bragging about that. That's supposed to be y'all's game. I don't see no gameplay from y'all suckers. What are y'all doing? I'm in chapter 6. What are y'all doing? Y'all are killing the game. Y'all are killing the game.
I should have went to King Mega last. Damn.
Bro, I'm done. It's just y'all make me sick. Don't buy the goddamn game supported. If it's supposed to be a game that's supposed to be generational to beat a Mario 64 God tier game, damn it, show it. Show the sales on top of that with the ratings. IGN and them make fools. Y'all can make fools. But this bullshit is tiring. It's really tiring.
Oh,
he's
spot on.
Yeah, you all right? Yo, we ain't even get to the most topic, the spicy topic. That's the warm up. God damn, I'm happy you here.
Like these dudes are ridiculous.
All right, I gotta go to the Swami. Yo, where you at, HARGEET, man? HARGEET, you there?
Yeah, sorry.
You sure? He just showing that picture, boy. You petty like 50 Cent.
Yeah, he is, man.
Yeah, I mean, so this is we're still supposedly on the sales numbers, right? Because I already went on the sales numbers. So,
okay.
I think maybe Pixel Bit, you haven't gone yet.
No, don't. Yeah, let Pixel go.
No, no. I mean, you can't really follow up
You
after
can't
King
really.
Vegas, son.
I'm gonna say this.
I said what
We
I said
support,
about it,
y'all
son.
don't.
It's sad. I purchased it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Look, it's a lot of capping for dudes who ain't buying games, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
so,
support
so how do you
Don't
feel?
talk about-
Quick question, anybody can go. How do you feel about that 37,000, or really that 26,000 drop off from 37,000 to 11K with that new price hike with Sony in Japan? I mean, that's their motherland, right? That yen is crazy over there. How did you feel about that, Pixel? Because that's more than 50%.
I'm just hearing that, but if you notice, didn't they have like a major drop off last month too, or
Yeah, 48%
last,
with their PSN.
Yeah, like 48%. Everybody 20%. Oh, it's just a month. Nah, it's a trend because it's partially saturation of the console, right? Meaning that enough people have it and they don't want to. More people don't want to buy it, and then you're constantly hiking the price. Right? This is the first generation where consoles didn't go down in price, right? So, there's a breaking point because it's an entertainment product. And I guess for Japan, that was the breaking point. Like they're not willing to buy it anymore. So it's really not all that surprising because like, what are you playing on it? The majority of the games are still playable on the prior console.
Facts.
So
Facts.
there's outside of enthusiasts like us who buy shit day one, we cop two for the hell of it.
Right.
There's no real reason to buy a PlayStation. In fact, part of my move, like I had set up old consoles because I had old consoles available first before the new consoles came in. My kids were able to log into the old consoles and play games. So, there's not a real reason to buy a new console right now. So
yeah,
I don't see the logic behind them raising the prices the way they do. I mean, you grimy when you raising prices on controllers, bro.
Yeah.
Like, really? $5 more for a controller, son? Really? For what? Like, really? Economy is shaky everywhere.
The economy is shaky. That's what kills me out the most. I had told somebody that. I see, they raising prices when people don't got money. If the economy was flourishing and you want to capitalize off that, I could see. But you raising it when people, we just really getting out of COVID.
Yeah.
People just coming back outside. Like, we've been like maybe 8-9 months into that. But, I was hurt during the whole COVID and it was dead for a long time. Yeah. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, HARGEET, what did you feel about that drop off in Japan with consoles? So, because I noticed one area they don't play that price race and stuff is the United States. So, what did you feel about that?
It's an interesting choice to go that much higher. It was like what, $90
$90.
And if you look on Yodobashi, which is the second largest retailer besides Amazon in Japan, the Xbox is number 3. That's pretty crazy. It was at number 1 for a while after they raised the price of the PlayStation. So that just tells you, look, competition does actually work. It's maybe like 2/3 of the cost to buy the Series X versus the PlayStation.
Right.
So, like, okay, you're gonna push people into something else, right? And there's so much value. And by the way, if you don't know, the Game Pass prices are significantly lower in Japan than they are in the US.
They got a bargain on the system day one. They had a discount on the Series X and S day one.
It's cheaper for but it's also the Game Pass costs are like $7 for PC Game Pass, and I think it's like $12 for Ultimate. So it's significantly cheaper to get it over there. And so, look, you push people over to that. I don't know how much that actually ends up being, but for the last month, maybe more, I'm seeing that it's in that top spot. And by the way, just to put it in context, before that price increase, it wasn't in the top 100. Like, it just didn't sell, right? Xbox was doing nothing out there. It's now in the top 3. It's been in the top spot, right, on the second largest e-tailer in Japan. Just putting that in perspective, like, that's pretty crazy, right? So suddenly players over there are like, okay, screw you, PlayStation. We're going to go over to your competition. It's doing better than Nintendo as far as sales on Yodobashi. So, like, just to put that in perspective, like, we know Nintendo is the console over there, right?
Yeah, facts.
That's what it's doing. And so, like, this is what happens. If you keep messing with people, eventually they're going to be like, well, you're not that good? Damn. So...
Yeah, they definitely
On
not
your
the apple of the
competition.
business like they pretend. We gonna get into
Right?
that later.
It's like, and you look at those showcases, and where's that showcase from PlayStation? What are they gonna do? They don't have anything.
They did.
There's
It was
no
not. It
games.
was 9 minutes, and they showed old shit on the new console. They had it already.
So and you look at the
look,
Xbox
we have an
showcase,
upgrade,
you look
but
at the
it looks the
Nintendo
same.
showcase,
Yeah,
right?
but
And you're like,
we're showing you
there's
Spider-Man.
games.
Yeah, Spider-Man, the trees. Who had a problem with Spider-Man trees? Who in here had a problem with Spider-Man trees?
Who cares?
Spider-Man
Yeah,
already looks fantastic. Like,
barely see those things
oh
anyway.
my god. Oh,
But-
the trees when you zoom in 400% digital fuckery. Oh, zoom in 400%.
We'll
Who
get into
does
the
that
pro
play games?
pricing
Oh, no,
later,
no. Oh,
but
no,
the
we
pro
don't-
pricing
yeah,
in
we
Japan
don't
is
do that.
also, it's a
yeah.
good one over there.
Yeah.
But either
Facts.
way, so yeah, I mean the numbers are what they are. Like when you decide to do those kind of things, it's gonna cause issues. And look, eventually people break, and they're like, okay, I like you, Sony, but damn. So hey, this is an opportunity, and I hope Xbox is looking at it as that.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple opportunities that just landed on them, right? Take advantage, do something.
Kick
I
them
hope
while
they
they
are.
down.
You don't even have to kick them. Just go out there and say, "Hey, we exist. We're here, and this is the price."
I
You can
want
come in."
boot on neck. Do what you're supposed to do when you got the big money on the block. When I go to the car dealership,
Exactly,
I
right?
leave with the Maybach. You leave with the dude that cleans it. Facts.
Yep, and look, they still have the Series S, which is a value proposition that's
Yes.
very hard to beat. And for most people, it's going to be fine. Most people do not have a large enough TV at 4K to make it worth it, right? So a Series S is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. So, you just have to kind of just accept, hey, if you want to spend more, no problem. Go ahead. Buy whatever you like. But, if you want to just get into gaming, it's a perfectly good pathway to go. And, it's we'll see how this plays out. But I think PlayStation is it's kind of like what they were in the PS2 moving to PS3, where they're like, take it, bitch. And that's kind of what their attitude is. And it's like, well, hold on. Don't you have to provide any consumer benefit? Do you even have to provide consumer excitement? Anything? Right? You don't even have a showcase, for fuck's sake. It's been years. What's going on? Show something.
Right.
What's going on with you guys? So, and all the games they show so far are I don't care about that. You have fair
You want
games?
the remaster?
Yeah, and don't talk to me about the fifth remaster of the game that came out 3 years ago. I don't care about that.
And I said,
where are the new
online,
games?
You think they're gonna charge for the remasters? One dude said, not if it's $70. I said, what was Last of Us 2?
Well,
They charged $10 on top of that, and I didn't buy that. Are you crazy? Anyway.
And we'll get to it when we talk about the Pro
Yeah,
as to what those costs are going to be. But we're not talking about that yet. But
are here. This is the
But
topic
look,
I've been waiting
this
for.
has been their problem, right? And
Yeah.
it's heavy brand recognition. I want to keep that fair. A lot of people know PlayStation. A lot of people just attach gaming to PlayStation. Fair enough, right? They also do so with Nintendo. And if Nintendo shows up with a console that has all those third parties saying all of our games are coming to Switch 2, it's going to be a heavy competition for them. Xbox's name doesn't exist outside of the US. Fair enough.
Right.
But Nintendo's does.
Yeah.
Nintendo sure as hell exists everywhere.
bangs.
And
It
if they
bangs.
come up, if you keep playing these games that they're doing right now, and Nintendo comes in and says, "Yeah, but we have a console at this much, and it plays everything, and oh, by the way, you can take it with you." It's okay.
There's a problem. There's a problem because Microsoft got that side covered with all these little handhelds. Because even the new Acer handheld that was mentioned comes with Game Pass. Everything comes with Game Pass except the Switch Steam Deck because it's not native. But every
almost all gaming PCs that are labeled gaming PCs
got
have a
Game
3-month
Pass.
Game Pass
That's
code
right.
built in.
And they winning. So let's get into the juicy topic. First, I'm gonna start off with this, man. It's part of the topic. Shout out to GameStop for being the sleazy bastards that they are. You had trading values because I was in a party chat with you, HARGEET. $385, right? Do you remember that the other night? Before the Pro got announced, now it's $214. Ooh. Secondly, the console, the Pro, has the same CPU. They upped the GPU. They added some AI stuff. $700. So let's start with HARGEET first. Let's go into GameStop being the sleaze buckets that they are. And then you can move into the Pro and your thoughts.
Look, it is what it is, right? They're going to get an influx of them. I don't know how to realistically blame them, because if they pay top dollar, are they going to get that value back? There's going to be millions like traded in. That's just the way it is, right? There's going to be millions of them traded in.
It won't be millions because it won't be millions of customers who's paying $700.
I think it's still gonna like be enough. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like 30 million of these things are gonna sell. It's just not gonna happen. The PS5 Pro, it's probably gonna be. If I had to say, maybe like 5 to 7 million, something like that'll sell, right?
I think it's below
and
that.
A lot of that. Initially, it's gonna be the enthusiasts. Well, initially, it's gonna be the scalpers, right? Let's just be fair. It's gonna be the scalpers. They're gonna buy them, and then you're gonna pay double of the $700. You're gonna pay $1,400 if you want your PS5 Pro, and then some people will trade in their PS5, and that's fine. So there's gonna be a chunk coming in. I think it's just like preemptively like we don't usually get that much. We're gonna get a whole bunch. We just can't I don't know how we're gonna have that turnover to actually sell them. So we're gonna cut it down. Then they brought it back, and I think right now it's at $350 something, right? So that's where it is. It's not terrible.
That's good.
The newer Slim is still 200 something. But if you have the original, with the disk drive, you're getting 350 something. So it's not terrible. but they did reduce it, then they came back, right? So, and I have to look at it from their perspective. They just have an expectation of an influx that is just not normal, right? So it just is what it is, right? So am I gonna blame them for it? Well, business is business.
but it's sleazy. It's sleazy, right? That's why they struggle in the last 6 or 7 years. They about to go out of business. Keep it up, but it's sleazy.
That's the thing, right? And so, because how much are they going to sell it for, right? How much are people going to pay for the PS5 normal? Because if they give you like $385, then they're gonna have to sell it for $450. Isn't that what it costs to get one anyway?
Oh no, when you trade it in, they sell it for double.
Oh my god!
It won't be six, but
the brand new.
Yeah, listen.
The brand new is like $500,
it'll be
$550.
$5 cheaper. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. But continue.
Do people actually say I'm gonna save $5 on a $500 purchase?
It wouldn't be me.
Yeah, I just don't know who would do that. Maybe you're out of them, right? You don't have any in stock or something. But now the stock is kind of there, so. But either way, is it sleazy? In some ways, yeah, it is. But I mean, I totally understand. I get it. From a business perspective, I get it. But whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they bumped it back, so you can get a pretty good deal for a PS5 right now. And by the way, it's the same for the Series X. It's the same price if you want to trade in the Series X towards the 2 terabyte if you want to do that, because that's $600.
I'm not doing that either. I'll come out cheaper just buying another card.
Good. Yep, exactly.
Continue.
But either way, so going into the PS5 Pro. Oh my.
Spicy.
Oh my. Look, so that first off, Cerny is oh my god, is he horrible?
No.
As far
Let's
as a technology person,
he's a liar.
Good.
He's a liar.
Well, there's that. I don't care about the lies. I expect
do because he's leading this community into the darkness. SSDs have power. SSD, the power of the SSD. SSDs don't have power. They got speed.
And of course, he wouldn't say it that. It was and the powerful SSD.
30 frames per second is choppy. Really?
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, 30 frames is choppy.
It was we're looking for that cinematic, right?
Go ahead, HARGEET. I'm sorry.
So Mark Cerny's delivery is so dry. It's so slow and annoying.
But you don't like this, HARGEET? Well, hey, it's Mark Cerny, and we have a new development today. We're bringing you the PlayStation 4 Pro which bring you more fidelity, more clarity to games, AI, and advanced features in ray tracing, even though AMD is terrible at it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, he is so bad, right? So I'm like, I'm not watching this thing live because when he's talking, I need to just skip that shit.
You're right.
Because he does not tell you anything of value, and I'm like, just shut up and just show me the stupid thing. I care.
I said, here we go again with this bullshit.
9 minutes. It's a 9-minute presentation, out of which they spent several minutes on telling me what the PS5 is. I'm like, okay, that would be fine if you were going to spend 30 minutes telling me what the PS5 Pro is.
Right.
You spent minutes out of 9 on freaking recap of PS5. I don't care.
No, this
is
what he said, Huggy. If you look if you look in the background of the trees of Spider-Man 2, they was blurry. And as we zoom in, they're so much clearer on PlayStation 5
and that's the part
Pro.
that sucked. Is the presentation of what was better was so abysmal. It did not show at all. It's very hard to delineate. I think a couple of areas where it's like, okay, that's a little clearer. I get it.
This is feeling like a bigger lie than AMD's FSR 3 comparison.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Facts. Now, like, we as tech people understand, there's compression, they have to put up a 4K video, and we have to go see it. The average consumer could give a shit. The average consumer needs to be hooked. They didn't have that. They didn't have that game that's like, this is going to look so much better on the Pro. This is why you need to buy the Pro. They didn't. They showed you old games that were freaking cross-gen.
Yeah, look.
Most of those games were cross-gen. And you're like, that's what you're showing me?
Yeah,
really?
Hargate, look. If you look into the crowd at Ratchet and Clank, in the distance, it's so much clearer. You can see everything.
Because
and guess what?
And we call it the Big Three.
The real gamer don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. I just don't. Right, at least from the PS4 to Pro, from the 1 to 1X, you could see a clear difference.
Yes.
It was a clear, obvious, experiential difference. You could see things. Your main character looks better, right? It's just that was a major change. There's just nothing here. Most people could barely tell that there's a difference between the left side and the right side. And you're like, what the hell am I paying you $700 for? Right? And even if you overlook all that and you're like, okay, but cool, it's going to be better, right? So cool. And then you get to the last page of that, the last thing that they show. Oh, it's $700. Okay. Oh, that's without disk drive? Okay.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So it's $800?
That's without the stand, too. So, yeah.
Right? So, look, I expected that. I expected it was going to be $700.
I gave him a chance and said $649.99 to give the people a break. I was so wrong.
This is Sony, bro. They don't care anymore.
I know, but I tried. To get him the benefit of the doubt.
And I'll tell you why that's happening. But look, as far as like the cost, I think it got a lot of people by surprise. Those who pay attention, King called it. I've called it. $700 is going to be $700. It's the way it is. It's going to be. And I'm sure many of you did this. It is what it is. We know it's going to be that expensive. But a lot of people in the Pony Nation there, they figured it was going to be $600. It was going to be $500. They're going to cut down the other ones.
Right.
You're like, are you insane?
Right.
Have you seen what the specs are? Like, it's just not happening, folks. And the reason why they're not going to take the bath anymore, it ain't being run by a person who wants to do console wars. It's being run by Hiroki, and he's saying, I want money. I don't care about your stupid console.
Hiroki
I want money. So yeah, he's all about, like, how much am I making on each one of these sold? Because remember, he runs Sony. When they sell you a TV, they're not like, I'm going to take $4,000 loss on that TV. No,
right. No.
They want money.
You're going to pay for what it is.
They want their profit. So they're going to look for the profit. And Hiroki's saying, you'll tell me why I need to take a bath when my competitor's saying they don't even have the ability to compete with me. Why am I taking a bath? Tell me that. He has no reason to do it. And you're not giving him a reason to do it. You pay. You pay.
Facts.
So fine. Pay. They also noted, hey, when we sold that original batch of PlayStation 5s, Those were bought by scalpers. You paid double, triple for those things.
Dumbass.
You paid upwards of $1,500 to get a $500 console. Why shouldn't we just have you pay for the freaking price of the console? Why shouldn't we get a profit? So that's what they're looking at. You do these things, it's gonna come back and bite you. This is the way it is. So go ahead, keep overpaying. You get the benefit of that, or the not so good reward of that. That's what you're getting, and that's why they're not gonna take a bath anymore. You're gonna pay full price. They're gonna make a profit on each one of these sold. That's the way it is. That's why it was gonna be $700. Yep, and look, that worked for them because their costs weren't that bad to begin with, and they're like, we can't play this game of we're gonna have a higher end console than PlayStation, and then take a bath because we're not gonna get the games.
Facts.
Right? Because PlayStation goes and takes the games. So like, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're going to sell it on profit at day one, and then we're going to give you our games, which you will love, and you can keep playing our games. Good enough. So PlayStation's going to do that. By the way, don't just think that Xbox won't do the same bloody thing, because their side is also now being taken over by the money people. So, and those money people are going to say, well, why should we
He said the money people.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening.
He is. I just like the title. That's the money
that's
people.
That's what's happening. Right? Once you give a check $80 billion to buy 2 publishers, they're like, hold on a second. I want to see what's going on with this money.
We're going to need some of this back.
I need accounting. How much are you making? Why isn't it more? That's what's going to happen. So you're going to see the same thing. Don't expect that Xbox isn't going to do the same thing.
Kimega, what the hell are you doing over there? Messing up my windows.
That next Xbox is going to be a
what do you mean messing with? What am I doing?
Whatever you doing on your PC, you keep switching camera views, and it's not you. It's the program doing it. Don't worry about it. I'm just teasing you. I just know you're doing. I see you looking. Go ahead, HARGEET. Then we can go to Kimega next.
So anyway, look, it was a stunning, shocking number for those who aren't aware of what's going on. But this is the way it is, and you can kind of expect that this is going to be the PS6 if it comes. Is going to have that kind of price.
No. We don't get into that at the end. We don't get into that at the end.
But I'm most I guess, how do I put this? Amused by the presentation. It was
laughable.
Pathetic. It was so pathetic. Like, dude, you have to have a hook, a hook, one thing that says, this is why you're here, right? A trailer for a new thing, right, that nobody's seen. It's like, and it looks like this because it's being made for the PS5 Pro. Nothing. You show me a bunch of old-ass games, most of them cross-gen, PS4 games, and you said, that PS4 game that you already played, that high fidelity, it looks like 10% better. I don't care for $700. Are you crazy? This is what they presented. It's just 101. You say, I made this game, it's our game, and we made it ground up for the Pro, and this is how it shows. They didn't do it. They just didn't. How do you show a Pro without something to tell you why you should be there?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Crazy.
They showed Spider-Man leaves and trees.
That's just not good.
I
know you're joking.
That LG wasn't working for you. That 75, that 77-inch didn't show you the details. Your 77-inch is failing you,
bro. They just failed spectacularly,
yes.
Right? Because I don't know how you First off, you say you have better ray tracing. Okay, then show me.
Better ray tracing than the PS5 because AMD don't do ray tracing well.
Right? Show me what you're doing. They didn't even bother. I'm like, dude, it was the dumbest presentation for tech that's pretty good, but you haven't shown anything.
It was 9 minutes. It's 7 minutes longer than K-Mega's sex life. I mean, hey, what did you expect?
So anyway, enough piling on them, but that's what I took away.
I know. I'm teasing.
Yeah. I'm listening.
And I think most of the people that watched that came out with the same reaction. There are a handful of people who are committed to the PS5 Pro and
They gonna do whatever Sony say because they got blue nuts on their chin. So where's the penis?
But the vast majority of people
did I say that, Pixel?
saw that and said,
"Wow,
You did.
yo,
yeah,
no
that
good."
was crazy. Yeah, that was
Like,
different.
what are you doing?
Listen, man. King Mega, man, talk to me. You could talk about GameStop and they fuckery, or you could just go straight into the 5. Because I got something messy to talk about before we go to Pixel. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a lot from what HARGEET has been saying, and I mean, it's, you know, I don't want to repeat everything that he was saying because he was spot on.
Yeah, he was.
But the problem for me was they're cannibalizing themselves when it comes to the 6. I said this, and I've come up to say the price. I said Sony's going to be Sony, and they're going to charge $700 for this console, and then that's going to put a strain on customers who buy the Pro. Not all, because of course there's a lot of enthusiasts out there, but for the most part, even those enthusiasts do check their wallets. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, no matter how big of a PlayStation or an Xbox or Nintendo fan you are, if they bring something and then here we come in looking about another year or two down the line where they're going to be dropping something else, and then when you see that price point where it could be anywhere from $700 to $900 or $700 to $1,000 of what Super G was over here predicting, then that's going to be, you know, I've always said when you get over the threshold of $600 consoles, you're stepping into territory. You're stepping into PC territory, and
600 ain't nice. PS3, 600 ain't nice. Not for console people.
Console gamers have a different type of level of
mentality.
They got a different mentality, and when you're saying $700, people are thinking that it's got to be at least comparable to what some people out there is trying to allude to.
No,
say,
I'm gonna bring that up. Go ahead.
Yeah, trying to say the series cards, which is absolutely asinine.
Oh, that's a great word. Repeat that.
You know who you are. Saying some dumb
no,
shit.
we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that
because trying to hold serve on that. Asinine, very ignorant, very low class of you to sit there to lie to your listeners like that.
He said low class.
Yes, they did. Yes,
class.
they did.
Low class, and then playing victory and act like they know what the hell that they're talking about where they got the information from. The people that they got the information from made it clear that no, it is not on the equivalent of a 4070. There is traits to it, regardless, whatever. Let that person cook. Let those people cook in hell for being ignorant, for lying to their community like that. But this thing to me is where it boils down to. $700 for a console is a different animal for a $4,000 PC for the PC community, because they know that there is a vast amount of variety from a $500 PC to a $4,000 PC. You don't have those type of options with consoles. When you're looking at it, you see right now for what the Series S is offering you is anywhere from $250 to $300 to the Series X, which is $500 to $600. You got the PlayStation now that has 3 different tiers, ranging from $450 all the way to now to $700. If you're looking to want to get this technology, the first thing that those people are going to do, they're going to look and see what's comparable to the PC community. And when they actually do the true homework and listen to valuable people that really will tell the truth about what the PlayStation Pro provides compared to what a high-end PC GPU gives you, instead of talking about T-flops, when at a time, I thought Stans thought that T-flops didn't matter, but whatever, that's here or there. And talking about T-flops instead of what's really that you have that that presents to you as a gamer and what you're looking for, what they're looking for at that point is those frames per second. And you're not getting that with the PlayStation Pro. This is what.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what was you gonna say?
No, I was about to show that video. So when you finish, I'm dropping that before Pixel go.
Yeah, no, that's the equivalent here. Even with this, with the PlayStation Pro, and I think that there are some good things within the PlayStation Pro, especially with the AI technology, because they're kind of implementing kind of like their version of the the DLSS from what NVIDIA does. That's going to be popping, and that's going to be really great going into what PlayStation is going to do for their next hardware. But it's not going to be beneficial enough for anybody to go and to jump on that unless you're an enthusiast or if you're just wanting to get a high-end console. And if you're looking for a high-end console,
but is it truly high-end?
Not to the degree of what that's what I'm saying. Not to the degree of where they're thinking it is.
Not with that 5-year-old CPU in it.
Oh,
That's
damn.
It's the perception. They're giving this perception. Remember that they gave the perception about the PlayStation 4 to do 8K games? I mean the PlayStation Pro, and the PlayStation 5.
Remember, we had this conversation. We had this conversation on GLG, and I said they put 8K on there, not because there's going to be games. Remember, I said this to you exactly. I said it can stream 8K because of the HDMI 2.1. I said, but there's a problem with streaming 8K. 95% of the country don't have the bandwidth to stream 8K. Right. They can stream. If Netflix went 8K right now, certain people would be able to stream through both of these consoles 8K. They never said 8K gaming. They just put 8K on the box, and people ran with it.
Oh yeah. No, but that's that, and they took it off the box from my understanding.
They had to because people was being buffooned out here.
Right. Well, and this is another part of this too. So if you're one of these enthusiasts that go ahead and get the PlayStation Pro, which is your business, your money,
right?
But if you put that on that 4K TV that you bought at Walmart on Black Friday, that shit ain't gonna do nothing for you, bro. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. And that's where I think that where content creators needs to be real and legitimate to their fan base.
But a lot of people don't. They don't know. They pretend to know. That's the problem.
I get that, but for the people who do know, that's only just trying to sit there and side on you know what I'm saying, because they sway the other. They want to be now super neutral and all this other crazy shit, regardless of it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dealer. There's a lot of these guys out there that's fallen the hell off and forgot where the hell they came from, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Dropping names. I like that.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, Pontarelli is the only one that I see keeping it real from that whole group over there. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Fonz. But the reality, because, I don't give a shit about now. I'm scared of none of these people over here.
Facts.
I wish one of them would try to act a fool with me.
Yeah, I'll be at the Game Awards. I'll be there. Just stay. I'll be right in the front row. I'll be there.
This is the thing. Now we're stepping into that territory of where how committed are gamers, console gamers, to this new era of gaming, to where we're getting over that $600 threshold. And I feel that this is where Xbox has already made put their made their mark in the sand of saying, like, look, we can throw out a $700-800 console.
It's easy to do, but who's gonna buy it?
Who's gonna buy it?
That's
so
the
we
point.
might as well. And we're already behind in sales, so we might as well already count our chickens while they hatch and move on and start doing what we got to do. PlayStation, on the other hand, can't, because that is their bread and butter. But PlayStation is going to be PlayStation, and they feel like, well, there's no other competition, so there we can charge any and everything. And that was the same mistake that they thought with the PlayStation 3, and they vastly got corrected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point to where Xbox damn near almost won that generation, but was still the most beloved console next to the Wii. that actually won the generation because they sold the most consoles. Nintendo is going to thrash PlayStation going forward because the Wii is going to sit here and give you a $500 console, hybrid or whatever, and people are going to eat that up.
Yep, they've been fiending. They're fiending for the next version. They're fiending
for the next one.
Right.
They're fiending for it.
They
and now
want any
PlayStation
type of announcement.
Right. And so when they bring that announcement and it'll be $500 in normal states, we'll be looking like, damn, $500 for lesser hardware. Well, yeah, because you know what? It's better hardware than what they previously had, and now PlayStation is trying to charge you $800. You know, $700 plus. It isn't going to work. Xbox sees the writing on the wall.
$900 if you buy the disc drive. If you buy your game's hard copy, $780 plus tax is like $857 in New York.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
With no games, it's crazy.
With no games, and that's what HARGEET when he said the part about
crazy.
So at least when Xbox did with the Series X,
you buy a game, you almost had a stack.
They didn't have a game ground up, but they presented a brand new game that nobody's seen, which at the time, which was Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yep.
And when you booted that bad boy up onto your Series X, you seen it.
Yeah.
You like, oh, and when they presented it, PlayStation just showing you the same stuff. This is what I'm saying. Like the marketing is garbage now at PlayStation. The way that they move, the way that they advertise is nowhere near as good as it used to be. So now you over here trying to say, well, okay, well, just because we're going to go off a namesake because PlayStation is synonymous, it's grandfathered in, you know the name. Yep. We're just going to charge you what you want. Consumers is not going to eat that up. That's the reason why people aren't eating up the PlayStation 5 the way that you would think that they would, because they raised the price $50 extra.
Well, technically, I blame both companies, even though they want to make money. You got to cut the throat of last gen after a year.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you got to cut the throat. You can't keep supporting multiple platforms.
Crazy.
Y'all shooting yourself in the foot, both companies.
Right now, I think what Xbox is trying to think is like, well, the Series S, you know, they have that viable option, but still, I've never seen in my history of gaming to where where these consoles don't depreciate. They gain value, and that doesn't make any damn sense.
COVID, that's the excuse. 3 years of not selling what they were supposed to. They put a chokehold on the industry, right?
Yeah.
You can't get college football on last gen. What happened? What happened? Motherfucker said, no, I'm buying that.
Yeah,
You gotta put your foot down and say, listen, we want to progress. We gotta sell these systems.
Right, and this is where gamers are going. Console gamers especially are going. They're now making their bets, and this is why Xbox is making the decision that they're making. Is like, look, I may be in one of those enthusiasts that get all 3 consoles, but now since I see how much y'all charging, I'm only going to get 2. And then when you got the regular gamer out there, they're only going to get 1 because they're like, look, if you're not going to drop the price to the Xbox, and if I buy a PlayStation, shit, I'm sorry, Xbox. There's some games that look like it's dope, but I'm not going to do that. So for Xbox not making that right decision by dropping the price for whatever reason, because the money has said something and it's asinine, then that's hurting them. Well, what PlayStation is doing is trying to dictate the market, and this is what's going to hurt them and push them out to be the market leader easily. Xbox is going to be the market leader. Everybody, I think, that has some sense sees it's coming.
Or the top publisher.
Well, it's going to be the top publisher, but it's going to be the market leader because they're still going to be selling consoles, at least for the next generation. And I feel that they're going by somewhere, I think by the middle of this generation, they're going to have the market share because of their strategy of what they're doing. It's the Trojan horse strategy. It's not something that I really particularly like, but it's the smart decision for them because they know they can't outsell Sony and they can't outsell PlayStation, Nintendo with the console. So they're going another direction. What the problem is that Nintendo is always going to sell their console.
Yeah. Facts.
PlayStation is now coming to a realization. It's like, oh shit, I don't know if I can now either. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because if they're not going to, they're never going to catch the PlayStation 4. They're damn sure not going to catch the PlayStation 2. So Now you're in a point of you got to catch the PlayStation 3, and if you can't catch the PlayStation 3, what do you think that's how that's going to look for PlayStation going forward? As we look at these consoles, if they're going to keep raising these prices, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, you cannibalizing yourself for anybody that wants to go buy the Pro, which I feel that it's not going to sell very well. It's going to sell somewhere around what Hargeet said, around 5 to maybe 10 at the max. That's not nothing. I mean, that's a lot of money, but it's not, to make this product to push. I don't know. Like it just seems like it's a waste of time. You could have saved that money and those resources to put it into the PlayStation 6.
Or put in some goddamn games.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, Sony strategy. What Ghost of Tsushima 2 and
something new.
Well, no.
Something.
What are they going to drop going at the end of this generation? Because they got to drop something.
Yo, listen, this generation need to be extended because of what we dealt with.
The next generation, I feel, is going to be extended. I thought this generation was going to be extended. I think it's going to be the next one.
Should be.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah,
I don't think it is. I think it should be because we had a 3-year hiatus because of the problems we had worldwide. It wasn't the United States, it was worldwide. All right, so let me play this video, man. I want to bring this to your attention because I want you to hear this stupidity, man. I want y'all to hear this stupid shit.
We've been telling you.
Can y'all hear it?
That this thing was going to cost $700, and we told you and told you and told you, and instead of you all just saving your money. Like we told
it's a video when they said,
you were like, I never do it. Guess what? This thing's more powerful than a 4090. It is. A friend of mine, he called
than a 4090.
He has a 4090. He was like, look, I struggle with this. He said he's struggling with it because he's seen that this thing do things that the 4090 can't do.
He's seen it, huh?
It's going to struggle.
He's seen it.
With my mug on me. Oh, DD. Oh, what it is? Oh, DD. What it is?
We've been telling you that this thing was going to cost $700.
Listen, I'm done.
Puerto Rock can't even say nothing. He know that's bullshit.
Yo, look, I just want to say this. Stupidity runs rampant. I heard someone say the PS4 Pro is more powerful than RTX 4090. First of all, you idiots. This is stupidity. Any tech dude knows what a 4090 is built for. We just had this conversation off camera. It's not built for gaming, right? It's really not. Gaming can be used for it, but it does so much more than gaming. If you want to get the top level gaming graphic card, get a 4080 Ti. But a 4090 is a different beast in itself. So I'm going to go to you, Hargeet. Explain to these people what a 4090 is really for.
Yeah, I mean it's intended for workstation or server kind of workloads, but look, you could absolutely use it for games. It definitely works, but right? it's intended for that level, and that's how they've marketed the 90 series, right? They've always marketed it as a higher than what you need for gaming. But hey, if you want to get it for gaming, go ahead. But they recommend the 80 level as your highest end for gaming.
Right.
But look, those are all pretty ridiculously high end cards. There's the comparing between the two. Look, I would just say wait until we see something, because from the presentation they gave me, I didn't leave impressed. I played, Hogwarts Legacy on a 4090, and it looked way better than what they showed. So
was you playing at 30?
No, I was like 100 plus frames.
Oh, hey, whoa.
So,
wait a minute. What happened to that 4090 performance from your friend? You know what I'm saying? Your friend said he saw the things that people doing with the PS5 that the 4090 can't do. You're a liar.
So there's multiple things that you have to look at when you're looking at performance, right? There's the CPU, right? And then there's the GPU, right? So if you have a higher enough end CPU, it can then generate enough data for the GPU, and the GPU will then render from there. But you look, a lot of this is not as simple as like, hey, it's just going to work as well as because it has some technology.
Right.
We've heard the same thing when we look at any console generation. But if you look at the equivalent on the PC side, it's always going to outdo it. It's just the way it is because that technology is unbounded. That's
facts.
the difference, right? So you have to just deal with it. Like a console is a piece of kit, and you can do a lot in software to make it hum, right? Make it go as much as you can because you know every inch of power that's available.
Right.
Right. Just a fact. Right. So they're good. They're great.
Say that again. It's a what?
It's a step below NVIDIA, and these, GPU tech it's unfortunately
Cocaine's
it's a step
a hell of a
on the
drug.
CPU side. They're awesome. I use an AMD CPU. I love their CPUs, but their GPU tech, it's just a step below. It's not bad. It's a good mid-range, good high end.
Good mid-range. But let's not overshoot. Let's not overshoot the hill here.
Exactly, but NVIDIA really is kind of the premier level at this point.
Right.
So don't compare it to that. Like, let's just see what it does first, and then we'll try to compare it. Everybody was trying to compare the Series X PS5 to the 20 series cards, and I'm like, dude, like, just slow down. We don't know what it's capable of. And there's also the problem of, hey, they're just coming out with it.
Right.
People need to learn how to use this thing. It took years to get Series X to where it is.
Mm-hmm.
But now that people understand how to use it, now you're seeing that, like, hey, this is how the power of that box works. You can see it with Space Marine 2. It's doing what it's supposed to. Fair enough, right? But that's not going to happen immediately. And that's why they're not showing you any games. You see that freaking presentation. Most of those are their own games, and they're all their old games. They're not even showing the new ones.
Yep.
So, like, Astro just came out. Was that in there?
Nope.
Like, why wasn't it in there? Like, so this is who they are, right? And like, so that's what it's showing you. I want to wait until I see something that shows me that it's going to do something, right?
You want us to be
Pisser.
excited for stuff we already beat.
Yeah, and like what? Anyway, but Pisser, it could be a game changer. Fair enough, but show me. I know when NVIDIA DLSS came out, first generation was okay. Second generation was a lot better. Third generation was killer. It's not there yet. This is Gen 0.1. Let's wait and see what we get. Don't jump the gun and assume this is going to somehow kill DLSS 3, which is now like third gen, way better than everything else out there. Yes. Let's wait to see what we get, okay? And once we get there, we'll see if it's of any value. I think the tech is great, but is it going to kill a 40? Are you kidding me? It's a 40.
No.
4090 is an 83 teraflop NVIDIA GPU. Are you kidding me, right? Like, what are you talking about? It's not going to be that
the
level.
length
and
and stands
that
the stuff they say to go to prove a point or be first to say it. This is how I felt about what y'all said.
The fuck
man.
are you talking about?
You know what I'm
the
saying?
4070 and 4060 can't do path
Y'all
tracing.
crazy.
You're telling me you're going to do path tracing on this thing?
You're crazy.
Come on. Like, what are you
crazy.
about?
Like, oh my God. King Mega, talk to me, man.
No, man, it just don't make any damn sense. It's like what HARGEET say. Listen, I got a 4080, card, and I just know from and I have a PlayStation, and so like, and I know, and I've, and I've played PlayStation 5. So, and when I'm looking and I'm comparing games like God of War, I'm going to have God of War Ragnarok. I already got it pre-ordered, so when it drops on the 19th. I'll show that games like Ratchet and Clank that's only locked in that has all you got to do is this: compare the performance modes from what you get from let's say from Final Fantasy Integrate, right? And then compare that from the PlayStation 5 to what you get from a 4070, even a 3090 Ti. The 3090 Ti dog walks anything PlayStation
how about
does.
Just a normal 3090? Like, why are we even adding TIs?
Right.
Well, yeah, you're right. Right.
A 3090. Like, stop the cap.
This what I say. This what I say to the stands.
The fuck are you talking about?
Okay, all you got to do also is look at this.
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
can't wait to see this. Like, this is really something that will be this. I can't wait to see this, in which we probably won't. But when you try to play. Wukong, when you try to play Black Myth Wukong on a PlayStation 5, that bad boy is doing the hammer dance a lot.
60 to 20?
Bro.
60 to 20.
That shit hurts.
They don't want to play a
that
30 frame solid game, but they rather go from 60 to 20.
That PlayStation cooking so much it shuts off. It's hurting so much trying to push that game. A pro will make that game play, but what will the frame rates be? On my 4080, I can get 100 frames. I can get 150 frames if I want to kind of
tune it back.
With it.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
if I want
right.
to tune it back. But I go all in. I want all the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? And all the trimmings. So I put all the ray tracing and ultra settings and everything, and I still hit 80 to 100.
Can make it. You see this?
For that. There's no way.
You see this?
Intel the Intel 12.
XeSS?
Yeah, that's the Intel 127K something. It was the I just upgraded to it.
You see this? You see this, K-Mega?
12700.
You see this?
Yes, yes.
I'm getting 70 frames per second. Mid settings.
Off of that bad boy.
Off this.
Of that bad boy. Yeah.
Solid.
Is that the ROG? What is that?
ROG Ally X. You know what
ROG
it is.
Ally? Yeah, got it. ROG.
I get 70 frames a second. PlayStation go from 60 to 20.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to explain.
Device?
It's when they told you that they were that you're still going to get 30, because see, this is what this whole thing is. That's what I'm saying. Like, these price points are so crazy. Now you're jumping into the PC realm, and then you'll be having some console gamers that will actually look into PC because of the fact of they're using all this terminology with T-flops and all this other stuff, and it's all about how the developer works the game. Yeah, that's why when HARGEET said what he said, it would have made a hell of a lot of sense, because PlayStation knows how to work the Decima system to the letter.
That engine is fantastic.
The engine is fantastic, and Sony and those Sony developers know how to make a fantastic game off that engine. You don't see that, and so you telling me that right now you're going to sit here and think that you're going to get the same type of quality when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and you got a pro, when somebody that has a 4070, it's not happening, brother.
It's not happening.
You not, because again, consoles have caps, and you're not going to have. You can't go in there and just because you can hit performance mode or fidelity mode, you thinking that is not the same, because a person that can sit there and it gets Grand Theft Auto 6 on PC, they can have it to where they can have it toned down to even 7 if they wanted to 720p, and have that bitch running at almost 200 frames a minute. It's according to what kind of a CPU and what kind of GPU they have. If they want to sit there and they want to go all in, they can guarantee to get that game to work, to have at all max settings on a 4070 at least 50 frames per second with max settings. You're not going to get that on the PlayStation Pro. It's not happening. So to compare the Pro, even with their enhancement with their PlayStation whatever, it's just like what HARGEET said again. Yeah, with that tech that they're having with the fake frames, which I thought that was a big problem back when they were talking about the pros and all of that last gen.
But
like,
it is
nobody
a problem.
wants these fake frames.
That frame insertion is a problem, and I'll tell you why.
Why? What's that?
The more you use it at a higher level, the more input lag you get.
Yep, more latency. Yep.
So what are we doing?
Well, no, but just think about how bad just think about how bad that thing is going to run on a PlayStation with the CPU that it has.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So again, if you got a good CPU on a powerful rig, you can nullify that, right? You won't have that much. You won't have that type of lag, and especially if you're running off of the SSD is not going to save you.
No, and neither. That's the Mark Cerny lie. He turned a lot of people into dummies with that shit. The power of the SSD. I said the power of the SSD. There's no power in SSD.
And as somebody who is now got into the PC, if somebody got into the PC realm for the last, I would say 7-8 years, and now got a pretty good grasp of it.
They know Mark Cerny's a liar.
But yeah, Cerny is lying to you.
He's lying,
and these stands are lying to you, trying to make you
the SSD
to buy this device.
Suck Sony's dildo.
Yeah, and then buy this device you over here expecting
the
that
power
you,
SSD. Jesus.
and see, this is another thing too, because the PC community is a ruthless bunch. You come out and dare try to say to any of them that has a high-end PC like that, to say it's even comparable, they're gonna wipe you. They're gonna wipe your ass up and down, and they're gonna show you the stats and show you why you're wrong. So again, that's the problem that lies here, is that the misinformation is very, 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 very it's very sad, because listen,
he said it's sad.
Great. It's sad. It's great tech. Can we just give Sony some props for adding this AI tech and having something to come out? I mean, the price is a little bit too high, but
okay, Meg, I got a question for you. Did you?
Yeah.
All right, let's put the price to the side. Did you see Digital Foundry's video?
No.
You need to, because when they talked about Mark Cerny said 30 frames is choppy, he was like, he didn't want to say what I would say, because I would say that's bullshit. But he said, it's funny that he would use those words. The sarcasm was on 1,000.
When people was playing Final Fantasy 16, when gamers were playing Final Fantasy 16, they had to play in the fidelity mode.
Let me ask you a question.
Play in performance mode.
No, they couldn't.
Didn't DF recommend 30 frames a second?
They recommended it.
Yes.
And they recommended it, right? But this the crazy shit. Did y'all see the side-by-side video with Last of Us running, and all of a sudden the left-hand side was mad choppy?
Yeah, it was forced it to be choppy.
They forced it to be choppy, bro.
I think they filmed that shit at 15
This is
frames
bullshit, because I play in 30 frames. That game did not run like that. It don't run like that. Y'all did some bullshit, some stop and go.
My last point, Xbox was smart, and they made the right decision by not having to make an upgrade. They don't have to
you don't need it this gen. You
don't need it. And Xbox is still... And with the see, this is the thing too. Like I seen that where Tom Warren was trying to say, well, this technology is far ahead. Well, bro, what are you talking about? Like Xbox has got that. It's got the DirectX 12.
First of all,
I mean,
let me debunk this non-media dude. He's not a tech guy, so it don't matter what he say. He's not.
No, but I'm just saying what he posted it, and I'm sitting here thinking well,
I just want to say this so everybody here watching, he's not a tech guy. He's just a guy that talks. He's not a tech dude.
Yeah,
that's the facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Well, because he wants to and give flowers for Sony for their AI tech, but that's Xbox's new console is going to be probably one of the most insane consoles that we've ever seen. PlayStations will be fantastic as well, but Xbox thing, I think what Xbox is going to do with this next console is going to be something that I don't think we can ever comprehend, especially with what they're doing, because they're all in on the tech for sure, and they're one of the leaders in tech. Sony is
in January
AI technology.
In January, shout out to my brother Hip Hop, who had an inside and made a video about the PlayStation 4 Pro is going to have AI features that the PS5 don't. He said that first.
Oh yeah,
in January. Just wanted to bring that up. Because you got these other dudes that want to take my God's flowers, and we ain't doing that here.
No,
we're not doing that.
It needs to be noted just real quick though that isn't the auto upscaling functionality in Xbox from day one AI based?
No.
Don't think so.
It's not AI based. It's just it's a feature.
It uses like some of the hardware on.
It uses the hardware, but it's not AI based.
It's trained,
right?
But it's an AI model that's used.
It could.
My point is that
maybe
the concept isn't brand new. It's not brand new.
No.
It's just brand new. This is the same shit they do with Apple. Whenever Apple presents something, it's the newest thing that ever happened, and nobody did it.
Yeah.
Right. That's the point I'm making.
Maybe Hoggy could elaborate a little bit more.
Numbers perspective, The CPU was bumped to basically be at par with the Series X. The Series X is 3.8
at par,
right? And they're at 3.85 now versus the 3.0 that was overclocked to 3.5, right? And then the memory bandwidth, it was 560 to start with the Series X. It's now 576 versus 448 for the PS5 to the PS5 Pro. So they're basically going on par on those two pieces. From the GPU perspective, what they're saying, it's 45% more speed. So I'm going to take that at its word, and it was 10.28. That puts it at near 15-ish, okay, versus 12.15. It is not a huge delta because we haven't seen massive differences between 12.15 and 10.28. Right? So I don't expect that to be a huge delta. And now comparing that to an 83 teraflop 4090, what the fuck are you talking about?
The fuck are you talking
but see,
about?
also, where's the comparison?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Where's the upscaling comparison, right? In a normal scenario,
you saw that, HARGEET? I'm sorry, Pixie. I got some shit popping up during the show. It's crazy.
In a normal scenario, wouldn't they compare their upscaler to FSR or DLSS?
They can't.
No, hold up. I know they can. But in DF's normal mode, they would be like, oh, let's see how this upscaling tech looks compared to
when it drops, they're going to do that.
Right?
They're going to do that.
They're going to do that.
They're going to do that. They're going to do that.
Yeah, they'll do it eventually. And then we'll see if their upscaling technology is even remotely on par with DLSS, which I doubt that it is. Right? So... it's good that they did something.
It's missing a lot of features that DLSS already has, right? And so we already know that it's not going to be the same. And look, it takes time to perfect those things. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a simple thing that you can just say, hey, you know what? I want to have this in 3 months. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to read this because I wanted to because I remember that there was another component that I forgot, and that was the ML learning, which that is that's kind of, I don't know if that's considered AI, but it is its own capability. Machine learning with DirectX.
Right. Right. Full feature.
Right. So
now this will have, by the way, the PS5 Pro will now have
so
that.
This is basically giving the PS5 functionality that technically the Xbox already had available.
Right.
No, why don't they give us something that PlayStation really need? Like quick
games.
No, quick resume.
They're not going to give us any cool features.
Yeah, give us a new feature.
They can't give you quick resume, bro.
Give us something.
They ain't built for that.
Not swap meet games.
Damn.
Exclusives.
Listen, man, we got to move on.
Mesh shaders is another one. They now will have that capability, right? They'll actually have full capability to do mesh shaders.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You on point with that? You on point. What casual dude or hardcore dude really know what that is?
They don't, and I get that. That's fair, right?
But we got dudes running around saying that primitive shaders are best shaders. So okay.
Yo, listen. Let's get to the finish. Let's get to the finish, man, because we've been here for a minute. Damn, it was a great show. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all been awesome, man. I seen it go from 100 to 60, back to 80, back to 90. Listen, please.
Well, let me read this.
Oh no, read it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Direct ML. Xbox Series X support machine learning for games with DirectML, a component of DirectX. And this was DirectX 12 at the time. It wasn't DirectX 11. It wasn't even DirectX 12 yet at the time. It says DirectML leverages unprecedented hardware performance in the console, benefiting from over 24 teraflops of 16-bit float performance and over 97 T-flops, trillion operations per second or whatever, and 4-bit performance on the Xbox Series X. Machine learning can improve a wide range of areas, such as making NPCs much smarter, providing vastly more lifelike animations, and greatly improving visual quality. Xbox, like we were saying, Xbox already has this. It's in just a different form.
It just named something different.
Just name something different. So just think about, since Xbox capabilities already on there. See, remember, PlayStation stance was already booked up. Where's the tools? Where's the tools? Where's the tools? Well, hell, PlayStation is just now getting the tools. So here we are.
Mm-hmm. All right, listen, this is the last topic. Anybody can go first. With the Pro dropping at $700, just for anybody in the chat, chime in, man. With the Pro dropping at $700, what is the future prices of next-gen consoles? Are we looking at 2 years? There's another reason not to get a Pro because it got a 2-year life cycle. But I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna keep it clean because we was messy enough. Matter of fact, we wasn't messy. We just told you what it is. What do y'all think about the next console's prices? Is this just a reach by Sony, and will we stay at that 500 mark for next gen, or are we looking at PC GPU type prices moving into the future? Anybody can go. I'll pick one of y'all if y'all ain't gonna say shit. But I'm just saying.
I think the console will be $700 to $800. $700 to $800. Because 600 is now out the window.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm gonna tell you why I don't. I'm gonna push back a little bit. Push back.
All right.
Because of PS3 tried that shit, right? And then we came back to normal prices.
No, but it tried that a long time ago. So the biggest difference this generation is that one, hardware prices have not gone. Console hardware prices have not gone down, which is something that is unprecedented in the market. Right? In normal scenarios throughout the generation, especially by the halfway point of the generation, you'd be $100 at least off on the console.
No. Nintendo came out.
Oh, we're not talking about Nintendo. Nintendo don't reduce prices on nothing. So we don't count Nintendo for anything, right?
Okay.
But the other console makers generally will.
I can go with that.
Remember, Nintendo is selling a cheap hardware anyway to begin with.
Yeah.
Right. So there's not like a much.
They made a lot of money from day one.
Right. They're making money from day one. But Sony and them, and Microsoft generally are charging more for their console, and then as it becomes cheaper to make the hardware, they'll reduce prices. There was 3 revisions of the PS5, right? There's been no internal revisions of an Xbox at this point. No internal revisions, right? It's still technically the same hardware as it was day one. And
so I think that's what we're getting now, right? This fall we're getting the new ones.
Yeah.
But are they new? Are they new, or do they just got bigger hard drives?
Well, one's a bigger hard drive, but one has no disk drive, and then
but that's still not like
could be.
I mean,
like a refresh, right? It won't be like an upgrade.
One is
but a refresh.
It's digital, and one got a bigger hard drive. So
yeah, but it could also be that they've reduced the size of the die, and therefore they can make it a little cheaper. Facts. It's very likely that that's what's happening. But yeah.
Yeah, but the point is that they have not reduced the price of the console throughout for the most part, the entire generation at this point.
No, that's a fact.
We're seeing maybe it's going to be by the end of the generation. If the base PS5 is still sitting at like $450 by the end of this generation, there's no way in the hell they're selling the next one for $600. They don't have to. This is the test bed, right? If they can prove out now that they can keep charging you more, they're going to keep charging you more.
This is the first generation I've ever seen them raise prices on console 4 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Whereas
I've never seen that.
From the Microsoft perspective, I've said it multiple times, and I'm going to keep saying it. I think they're moving to a reference console. And when I say reference, I mean they're going to put their tech in, and they're going to charge your ass for it. And you got to deal with it. And it's not going to be geared towards the casual market. It's going to be geared towards enthusiasts who want that hardware because their games are for the streets.
Oh.
If they do that, listen, it is what it is. If they do that, then I guarantee you that Sony will be like, we're going to just charge you whatever. What can you do? You're basically removing technically the major competition. Nintendo's going to still do what they do, and they're going to have, a comparable piece of hardware that will be sold to the majority of people, and it will play most of the games. But Sony's going to look at it like it's a free space. So yeah, I can see $700 or more for the next console, and I could think, I don't know if it's going to sell well or not, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna give.
I don't think nothing over $500 is gonna sell well because $500 ain't selling well.
So that's why I was saying that my predictions is that this is the beginning of the end of the console era. Yeah, like this is how we have seen gaming and how we have done gaming, and this is why I've said that this is probably most likely Xbox's last generation, and this will be PlayStation. One more generation after that, maybe. But this is it. That's why, and I think this will be a prolonged generation because of the fact of the price range, and because just the dynamic of how gamers are from how we are. Every last one of us that's on this panel is in our late 30s to our 50s. You know what I'm saying?
You mean late 40s?
No, your ass is like 60.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm really not, but okay.
You know what I'm saying?
People gonna go on Twitter. Yo, Lemon's almost 60 years old. K-Mac said Lemon's almost 60.
No. But what I'm saying, I'm saying today late.
5 though.
But this is what I'm trying to say though. The reality is, because I just turned 49 myself. So you know what I'm saying. Just last week. So our voice is not nowhere near the as strong as it was 10 years ago.
No, it's not.
These kids are the ones that dictates this market, and they're already letting us know where they want. Listen, I'm looking and seeing people in the DMs and everything talk about Rogue Allies and Steam Decks and all these goddamn handhelds. I hate handhelds. Not to the, I mean, I think handhelds are cool, but I'd rather play my games on a big screen to where I can, my old ass eyes can sit there and not squint. These kids today want to be playing their games on phones and everything else. The smaller the screen, it seems like it's the better for them. This
Until
is
they
why
need reading glasses.
Right. Well, I mean, but we're talking about a whole generation going past. That's another 30 years from now. Yeah. So the thing, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, hell, if we'll be happy to have our old asses alive at that point. So we ain't worried about console war or anything like that. So the reality of it is this. This is why consoles is going to decline, because the price of consoles, and you could blame NVIDIA and AMD. I mean, the AMD has been cheap, but you could probably blame NVIDIA because NVIDIA is over here set the standard for graphics cards.
Yes.
And people are willing to pay. It's not a lot of people, but there are people that are willing to pay $1,500 to $2,000 for one piece of hardware.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Then
hold on. That's not even close. That's like 2%.
I get that, but
that's the enthusiasts.
That's the enthusiasts, but just think about what you just said and what we're talking about. So what's going to stop the console market is saying, shit, we can go ahead. This is going to be higher.
That money too, right?
Yeah, right. So we can cut that in half.
But the console, only thing I think that's not going to work because the console people, they don't have that mentality. They plug and play dudes. They plug and play dudes, bro.
And look at that. We got consoles that are $600 now.
No, but
on the market.
You listen.
Bro, we got consoles at $600, and we have an approaching console that's coming out in in less than a month.
2 months.
That's in 2 months. That's going to be $700. And if you want a disc drive, you're talking about $700 plus.
You're looking at 800.
You're looking at 800 plus
780 plus tax is over $800.
The game is
57 or something in New York, some number like that.
If I see a console under that's not named Nintendo, that's under $600, I will come on. Call me immediately and have me come on your show and say, K-Mega, take your L, and I will.
You could say, yo, I want to pull up, and this is what I want to talk about. You always
welcome,
bro. You don't need to invite yourself.
It's over now. They've gone into Pandora's box and they've laid the seed. It's over. We're not going to see anything, especially with the tech of what gamers have been asking for, and gamers keep asking for more.
But they keep asking that they don't want to pay.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. So
there's a difference.
This is where we at.
All right, HARGEET, talk to me, man. Where does it lead next gen with this price of PlayStation with this crazy number, man, for consoles, because we know we high-end dudes. We spend that $1,500 to $1,000 for graphic cards. So this ain't new for us as hardcore people, but the average consumer, I think this is a bit much. What do you think they're gonna really step over those boundaries and just say, yo, we just balls to the wall? Y'all gonna pay or don't play? Talk to me.
Look, if you want something that's going to be performant, it's going to cost money, and I don't know how much they're going to keep subsidizing. Look, if you look at the Xbox side of this, there is a very high potential that they start moving towards merging with Windows, and if they do that, there's no way they can keep charging for online. And that is how they subsidize the console, right? It's buying games, but a lot of it is just they pay for Xbox Live or what's now Game Pass Core, right, or they get Game Pass, Standard or Ultimate, and that covers the cost of the losses they take. Well, if they don't charge that anymore, because look, the disparity is pretty obvious now, right? You pay for PC Game Pass; it's a substantially lower cost,
right,
versus Ultimate, and you get essentially the same thing. You get the EA, you get the whole thing, all the day and dates, right? All that's there. And the difference is you're paying for cloud access and you're paying for online access.
Facts.
And at some point you have to say, yeah, that if that merges, they already tried it, Windows Live something or other. They tried that with trying to pay for online on Windows. Terrible failure. It just did not go anywhere. There was no chance that was going to work when you have alternatives that don't require it. So they're going to have to do the free online thing at some point. If that's going to happen, they're not going to subsidize it, right? They took a lot of hit on each one of these, the Series X and the Series S, to sell it to you. I don't think that's happening. So if that's the case, and there's another reason to do that, which is you can make it like it was Pixel saying there was going to be a reference. Right, or maybe it was K-Mag was saying it was going to be a reference. Like one of those, options is going to be available for partners to make an Xbox. And if you have partners doing it, you can't take a bath on it because then the partner has no way to compete with you.
Right.
So it's got to be open. It's got to be the same. Like everybody's got to be able to make a profit on it. That's the only way that works, right? So if you're willing to pay $600, $700, $800 for a ROG, you have to be able to say that's what it's going to be. And so if that's the direction we're going, we kind of have to just see the writing on the wall. It's going to be in that range. I think $600 minimum, and then it's likely to drive up from there. And you can play the little games that they just did with the Pro, where you take the disc drive out, you take the stand out, you take the controller out.
I thought that was
you say,
super
okay, you
petty
want to buy that? Okay,
that
go
they
buy it
didn't
yourself.
include a stand. I thought that was super petty for that price.
Right, it is what it is, right? But so I think there's going to be more of that kind of thing going on. So I would expect that, and if they're going to partner with others to make it, it's got to be at least cost, if not at profit, so that they have partners that are willing to partner with them. So I think that's kind of how that's going to go. I don't see PlayStation, by the way, walking away from that either. I think they're going to do something similar. I think the idea of them taking a bath. Look, it depends on if they turn everything around, which I don't think they can do until next gen. Why I say that is the whole shift that Jim Ryan did to move all of their studios to make live service games failed miserably, and now those studios are scrambling to make a game, right? So that's going to expand or extend the time before they actually give you anything. So they're going to be in kind of a scramble to make money. Well, how are you going to do that? Well, you're going to sell your consoles at profit. And when you go into the next gen, Hiroki's not going to sit there and say, yeah, I'll take a bath. I just don't see that happening. I think he's going to say, no, I want money. So prove to me why I have to do that. And if the other side's going in that direction too, why? And if they already know Nintendo does it, Nintendo, it's all at profit. They're not taking a bath on anything. So like he's going to look at that and say, well, I don't care. Right? Tell me why I need to go beyond the PS5 Pro and I need to spend, my money to sell a console to somebody and I have to take the bath. I don't think they're going to do it. So I think they're going to be the same thing, $600-700. You're going to be in that kind of range. They're going to nickel and dime you. They're going to do what they're doing with the PS5 Pro. They're going to take all the accessories out and then you have to buy them yourself, right? So they'll keep the sticker shock a little lower, but you're going to pay a pretty penny to get in. And on top of that, you're going to have to buy your disc drive yourself. I wouldn't be surprised that they say, hey, we have two options for controllers. We have a basic and an elite. And you know what? You can choose. We're giving you options.
Yeah,
but they're taking it away from you.
100. Your elite is 250. Come
They're
get
taking shit away from you.
Yeah.
I would not
It's
be
always
surprised if that
choices,
happens.
baby.
I would
It's
not be surprised
always
if that
choices. Always.
Right. So just accept that that's kind of where it's going to go. I'm actually kind of like, I like that plan mostly because it gives me choices from a hardware perspective, right? So if Microsoft plays the partner role, I think that's awesome because that takes away the whole I have to wait 8 years for next hardware. The ROG Ally got revved in 1 year. Right. And so you're just going to have constant changes. And then from an enthusiast perspective, I can choose whatever I want. Right. So I can say, hey, this new thing's coming out from Asus. I'm going to buy that. Oh, there's a new one coming from Alienware. Okay, cool. I'll buy that. Whatever it is, it's up to me. Right. Whoever gives me something cool, I'll go look at that and say, oh, that looks good. I'm going to buy that. So I think that's kind of the better market plan. And that gives them an edge. Once it's Windows, you also just have all the games. Right. Because you have Steam, you have Epic. You have the Microsoft Store, you have Game Pass, you have Ubisoft Plus,
GOG,
you just have everything,
Amazon
right?
games, right?
Amazon games,
now
GOG.
it's
It's everything there.
Play. You got Google Play,
right?
Play your mobile games on your PC.
It just makes it simpler, right? From a consumer perspective, I have everything, right? And there's the distinction of some PlayStation games won't go day and date PC. But I think in the end they're just going to drop that and say, yeah, whatever.
They're losing.
And so like Astro Bot, for instance, I think if they had it on both, it probably would have made its money by now because PC players would also pick it up, right? So this is just the way it is. I think they're going to learn that lesson, and come next generation, I think it's going to be very close, if not day and date. And this is just the model it's going to be. And that way you can buy, a Lenovo, console, and it will play everything. And that, I think that's the direction it needs to kind of go. Now, that doesn't preclude, by the way, Sony from doing the same thing. They could also be an Xbox partner and just have a Sony overlay on top of an Xbox underlying system.
I don't think they'll do that, though.
So they may not. It's up to them. It's up to them because it gives them the same capabilities.
The way Xbox is moving, I wouldn't doubt it. Listen, I just think that going off what HARGEET's saying, I could feel a lot of that. But the one thing that would be necessary is for them to acquire Steam, which I feel that's their end game anyway. I feel that Steam is their end game. Get that, and then at that point, it doesn't really matter about consoles or
how much was Steam cost though. God damn.
Somewhere around 8 to 10 in that range.
Yeah.
Billion?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh no, we copping that. We copping that.
Well, it'll be a lot closer to 10 because
I think it might be close to 20 because I think they'll give Gabe what he wants.
K Mega.
Valve is worth $7.7 billion.
That's nothing.
In 2002.
Yeah.
2022. So
offer Gabe 15 to 20. You know what I'm saying? 15 to 20. You in there. Gabe will say, yeah.
Yep.
Bro. And that's it. I think
and it's a hell of an investment because think it's not just for Xbox, right? That is a Windows play. It's not an Xbox play. It's a Windows play.
Yeah.
So it's a huge deal for Microsoft to own the majority of the gaming of Windows, right?
The majority.
So, why not?
Facts.
The regulators are having a cow. Entire cow.
Yeah, look, let me get to this super chat by my man John TJ with the $5 so gracious super chat. He says the PlayStation 5 Pro is $750 with tax. Then you get a stand and a disc for over $150. More so $900. Screw Sony. Ooh.
Bro, ain't doing it. Ain't doing it. So think about this. So think about this in perspective. This is why I made the decision that I made by buying a high-end, by going and buying and building a high-end PC. Okay, $900. And then in 2 years, we're looking at getting another upgrade for, we're saying anywhere from 700 plus.
Right.
So if you really put that all in perspective, you're paying $900 on top of that $700 or $800. You're paying just about as much for you building a PC, or if you already have one, upgrading your PC for about almost $2,000. So you know what I'm saying? And then with that graphics card, it's still going to be much more efficient than when the next PlayStation comes out. So that's why I feel that's why I made that decision. I was like, I see where this is going. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to only just have me 2 consoles. I'm not buying all 3 anymore. And I'll just wait. If I have to wait for PlayStation games, I'll just wait. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I don't think this is probably my last gen being a 3 console owner.
Yeah.
Well, the only way I won't be a 3 console owner if Nintendo don't got backwards compatibility.
Nintendo will not have backwards compatibility. You know better than that.
Well, if they don't,
but
I'm
I do
not
feel
buying.
that Nintendo is going to start putting games on PC and then next gen at some point. I do feel that.
Well, that's why. I'll have it on PC.
One, right?
Facts. Let me get to this other super chat by my man John TJ. Thank you so much for the gracious $5 super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. Huge supporter of the channel. Hey Lemon, I sent you a DM on Twitter X. You had to tell me that now? Nah. Showing you how much Valve is worth. I screenshotted it. I appreciate that, bro. Let me go look at that now and bring up what my brother talking about. Let me see what my man talking about here. Shout out to John G. Day with that information. I love when the community gets involved. That's a fact. Let me see. John TJ sent a photo. There go the photo. $7.7 billion they are worth.
Yeah, didn't you guys just say that? One of you said that, right?
I didn't know.
Was it Pixel?
Damn sure wasn't me.
Yeah.
$7.7 billion.
Yeah, that's what their value is. And so, and maybe it's increased. I think that was as of 2022, but maybe it's increased a little bit.
Right. Listen, right now I think it's at 6.9, but either way, double that is still like 15.
Yeah, you'd normally have a 40% bump to get it. But look, this is a private party deal because they're not public, right? So it's really just getting Gabe to agree. So it's just whatever he wants, right? So I don't know how much of a bump it needs to be.
Nice.
But either way, for
Microsoft,
John. It's a joke.
Thank you, John, for the information. Right? I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
They were willing to spend that much on Discord. Remember? They were going to buy that for like 10 something.
Facts.
Right?
It was,
yeah.
Listen, man.
Get Steam and WB.
Listen, I'd rather have WB IPs.
Take 2. Valve and Take 2.
Just give up the IPs, man. But listen, yo, chat, shout out to y'all, man. It's over 127 people in here on 4 platforms. I appreciate you. I told you, if you want to be noticed in the chat, please come over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, join up. You'll be able to have a conversation and talk to this amazing community. First of all, my chat has been awesome tonight. Appreciate y'all. And this wonderful panel, man. Always love to bring my brothers on here. Anybody I bring out, always tell you I respect their opinions, whether it's on my side or their side, it don't matter. We all get out here, give you good conversations, and give you perspectives, not from no X-Bot or pony perspective. We give you gaming perspectives. So, HARGEET, I know where they can't find you. It's on Twitter. But where else can they find you and promote your book?
Sure. So HCHANI on Discord if you want to reach me there. And then my YouTube channel is HARGEET CHANI 1. You can subscribe there if you like. And then if you want to pick up my book, it was kind of a Mass Effect-y story that I was intending to make a game, but it's now a book. It's shop.chani.us. You can go there. It'll link you over to Amazon and Barnes & Noble and whatnot if you want to get it there. And if you want to pick up the merch, I have merch, so you can get that too. And then, I'll be on tomorrow with C-Money and Doodle at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time on Point for Gamers. So check that out.
I brought my brother back, man. The original GRG. God, you put a lot of people out in these streets. You almost like Spike Lee of actors. So I'm gonna leave it right there. That's your flower. You ain't getting no more flowers because I'm gonna have to hear this crap for months. But
all right, let me get it.
So shout out to my brother King Mega, the GRG host with the most. Tell them where they can find you, what you got coming up, and when are you bringing back the show, bro? What's going on here?
Well, no. GRG is we got one more episode of GRG, and that's in December. Right after the VGAs, and then that's the last GRG.
Oh, ever. Maybe I'll chime in because I'll be there.
Yeah, well, that's what's up. I'm riding the great GRG podcast on, but I'm setting and doing other things, which I'm I've kind of been on this little hiatus, kind of relaxing, enjoying the break. But I'm trying to finish Wukong, Black Myth, so I can get started back on Fight Night, do Sports Night, things like that. So I can start doing a lot of that. And then everything from what GRG Podcast was will be moved over to GRG Presents, which will be a lot more streaming and then just having a lot of discussions. I do want to eventually get to that point to where I can do that one podcast that I've always wanted to do, which is kind of a political kind of all everything included type of podcast later down the line, if that's the case. But for right now, you know what I'm saying, just taking it slow, get back to doing the work and all that stuff. But man, do appreciate the love and support. And for everybody that's been hitting me up here lately to come and do their shows and stuff like that, man, do appreciate it, Lemon. But yeah, no.
Welcome anytime, bro. Anytime you see a topic or a show, be like, yo, can I join in? You always welcome it, bro. Yeah, you know, you've been going through a lot. You know, things has been moving different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No doubt. But yeah, no, I once I get done, and I'm like I said, I'm on chapter 6. I am in Marvel vs. Capcom collection dropped today. I was hoping to be done with Wukong so I could do Fight Night tonight, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I just got my ass kicked by
Big Pentium 2? You can't multitask?
Well, no. I mean, listen, you guys know when I get locked into a game, like I'm locked into Wukong like I am the Witcher.
I know.
Once I'm locked in,
you
I
got
don't
an
wanna,
addiction, some type of possession.
Yeah. I'm locked in, so I'm like, I got to be the Monkey King, bro. I got to do that. So anyway, but no, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Good to see Pixel as always, and Hargeet, the infamous one, the one in the winds. You know what I'm saying? Glad to get to talk with him again as usual.
All right, Pixel, man. Sorry to interrupt your dinner with the family, but you know things need to get did around here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I needed that spicy Canarsie flavor. You know what I'm saying? Bro, tell them where they can find you.
Brooklyn.
Here you go. This 3 Brooklyn. All we do is Brooklyn, man. The house without a doubt.
So you saying if I ever go to Brooklyn and I say,
know you're not from here, they're gonna know right away.
You're not from here, son.
Yo, he said that on GOG one night. I said,
I'll let you son. You're not from here, son.
Yo, Pixel.
He's like, I'm not your son. I'm like, yo, you don't understand what I'm saying.
Right. That ain't it. That ain't it.
Brooklyn.
Nah, that ain't it. Okay, Pixel, where can they find you, bro?
You can find me on X every now and again on the show. Not much else right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of laying low and, you know.
That's why I'm pulling you out all the time. No Diddy.
Staying a little too busy right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead with that nonsense. But yo, appreciate the invite, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be
love you to death, bro. Love you to death, man. And, respect you.
Hopefully, I'll actually have my system set up at that time. But pleasure as always, gentlemen.
But listen, man, it's been a pleasure. You know, this is a pop-up. We ain't got no Dragons Den this Saturday. Go check out that merch store in the chat. We doing next week. We're gonna probably have hip hop on. We're gonna give out one of his books live. The rec's gonna be for members only. He got a book. It's absolutely amazing. It's on Amazon right now. It's called Hold on. Let me get it right. Your something is your currency. Your character is your currency. There you go. Hopefully we're gonna get him on next week. I want to get the title right. I don't want to make no mistakes. But we definitely gonna give up a book live next week. I'm gonna pick somebody from the chat. We're gonna do the wheel like we did. I got that shirt heading towards my man J Mac. He won the first giveaway. I was hoping HARGEET didn't win it because he was on the show and they think shit is rigged. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be part of these giveaways, be a member, man. Support the channel. It's been a long time before I put up anything for somebody to purchase or be a part of. Giving you that content before I ask for anything. So everything is greatly appreciated, man. Very humbling. It's a Thursday night, like I said, this Saturday, doing a Legends basketball at Seaview Pier. You can pull up Canarsie. I'll be on your side of town, which is like right down the block.
Literally down the block.
Literally down the block.
Do I need to take a flight and put on my hot socks, man?
Listen, I'll be in his hood at the pier, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of basketball legends out there. We're going to celebrate my boy Lamont Jones, that's Charles Jones' brother. We're going to do it up big, man. Some and1 dudes, half man, half amazing. Myself, GE, my man, Junie Sanders, Fly Williams. Got some legends coming out, man. We'll be on the pier, bro. I'll give you a call. I'll text you when I'm outside. Maybe just pull up. I don't know if you smoke cigars, but I'm going to be outside. But just saying, that's what we doing this week. So next following weekend, we're going to try to get hip-hop on. I tried to call him, but try to set that up and give away one of those books. Stay tuned for that. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody have a safe night. And as I always say, bring your game and not your sorry-ass name. Keep it gaming, man. No matter the platform you like, no matter the platform or games you support, do not let people dictate your fun for gaming. You got to stay focused, man. You got too many naysayers and negative people out here. Facts. See you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.